for a full stop and landing 13 left if that's available.
Papa Hotel Tango India Mike, Palm Springs Tower, squawk 6250.
6250.
Papa Hotel Tango India Mike, Palm Springs altimeter is 2985, radar contact about 10 miles west of the Palm Springs VOR. Presently landing runway 31, you're requesting straight in for 13.
If that's available, yes please.
Remember, correction, Papa Hotel Tango India Mike, make straight in runway 13 left and clear to land. Wind is 0905.
Clear to land, runway 3 left, Papa Hotel Tango India Mike, thanks.
Palm Springs clearance plus 4658 is type PC12 slam call, request clearance to Vegas S filed.
Plus 4658, Palm Springs clearance. Good afternoon, unable to give you S file and I'll be full route standby. Plus 4658 is cleared to the Las Vegas airport via Flight Cathedral 1 departure procedure to Palm Springs, Victor 370 to 29 Palms, Victor 538, Cresso, join the Cresso 3 arrival. Maintain 7,000, expect flight level 2405 minutes after departure, departure frequency 126.7, squawk 6316.
Plus 4658 is cleared to Vegas via Cathedral 1, Palm Springs, Victor 37029, Palms, Victor 538, Cresso 3, initially climb 7,000, expect cruiser FG5, departure 167, squawk 6316 plus 465.
Plus 4658, reback is correct. Tango India Mike, taxi to the ground via Echo and English frequency.
Taxiing to the ramp via Echo, remaining on this frequency, Papa Hotel Tango India Mike.
Ontario Tower, Cessna 237 Charlie Alpha, approximately 4 miles to the west, inbound to land.
Number 237 Charlie Alpha, roger, inner left, traffic, left downwind, runway 26 left, report base.
Enter left downwind for 26 left and record your base, 237 Charlie Alpha.
Charlie Tower, United 242 on the visual for 20 right, will be turning for a right base shortly.
United 242 John Wayne Tower, runway 20 right, clear to land, wind 170.3.
Clear to land, 20 right, United 242.
Papa Tower, King Alpha 208 Kilo, ILS 54.
Near 520 Yankee Kilo, Palomar Tower, runway 24, clear to land, wind 210 at 1.
The land,
Number 237 Charlie Alpha, runway 26 left, clear to land.
26 left, clear to land, 7 Charlie Alpha, thank you.
Palm Springs ramp plus 4658 east ramp with weather calling for taxi.
Plus 4658, Palm Springs ground, runway 31 right, taxi via Echo and Bravo.
Trail right via Echo Bravo 465.
Riverside Tower, good morning, November 2903 Alpha with you on the ILS.
Number 2903 Alpha, Riverside Tower, good afternoon. Runway 9 clear low approach, report miss.
November 2903 Alpha, PX, low approach, runway 9, next report is good.
Palm Springs Tower plus 4658 ready to go 3 and right left Bravo.
Plus 4658, Palm Springs Tower, runway 31 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 3 and right plus 465.
Papa Tower, King Alpha 208 Kilo, 24.
Here's our Yankee Kilo, roger, taxi into the ramp via Alpha.
Via Alpha to
Plus 4658, contact SoCal departure.
Contact departure 465.
Cessna 7 Charlie Alpha is clearly active, taxi to the GA parking boots.
Number 7 Charlie Alpha, remain on this frequency, taxi into the south ramp via Sierra.
South ramp via Sierra with you, 7 Charlie Alpha, thanks.
Number 2903 Alpha going around.
Number 03 Alpha, confirm going around or going missed.
November 2903 Alpha going missed.
Number 03 Alpha, roger, execute the published missed approach procedure.
Flying the published missed approach procedure, November 2903.
Piper 2903 Alpha, contact SoCal departure.
Contact departure, 03 Alpha.
Number 03 Alpha, departure frequency will be 135.4.
135.4 for departure, November 2903 Alpha.
Ontario Tower, November 516 Delta Mike, inbound ILS 26 left.
Number 516 Delta Mike, Ontario Tower. Good afternoon, Ontario. Wind is calm. Runway 26 left, clear to land.
26 left, clear to land, 6 Delta Mike. Ontario Tower, November 36. Correction, 516 Delta Mike, clear of the active at uniform, taxiing to the south apron.
Number 6 Delta Mike, roger, taxi in the south ramp via Sierra. Remain on this frequency.
Via Sierra on this frequency, 6 Delta Mike.
Riverside
Number 2903 Alpha, Riverside Tower, runway 27, clear to land.
Clear to land on runway 2703 Alpha. Riverside Clouds, November 2903 Alpha. In Alpha, request taxi to the transient partner.
Number 2903 Alpha, Riverside ground. In the future, don't switch to the ground frequency unless you're told to do so. You should stay with tower, exiting the runway all the way to the hold short point. Stay on this frequency for now, taxi into the ramp via Alpha.
Taxi to ramp via Alpha. Rocket. Number 2903 Alpha.
Generally clear. Generally clearance. November 6th. Charlie Mike Cherokee. I would like to attempt the I-4 rating today.
Cherokee 76 Charlie Mike, jawline clearance. Good evening. Good luck on the I-4 destination. Will be, let's go Kilo Oscar X-ray Romeo.
That's Kilo Oscar X-ray Romeo. 6 Charlie Mike.
Yes, sir. Good luck.
I'm going to sign off and collect some information for this destination. I'll sign back in. Is that okay?
Absolutely. Just report when you're back with the I-4. And how long do you think it'll be? It's not going to be more than an hour, is it?
No. I have to file and get some charts and plates.
Wonderful. Yeah, I'll still be here, so it shouldn't be a problem. And we'll look for your flight plan to come through and get your clearance up.
Las Vegas Tower Plus 4658 usual 1 hour right 4500.
Plus 4658 Las Vegas Tower, runway 19 right, clear to land, wind 1807.
Clear to land 1 hour right 4658.
Plus 658 exit right, taxi into the ramp via hotel, remain on this frequency today.
Exit right, ramp via hotel, ramp frequency 58 468.
Beach ground, number 953 Whiskey Alpha's Piper Comanche PA24/Alpha. Taxi the active VFR east departure with the weather.
Calling Long Beach ground, need you to verify your call sign, please.
Sorry about that. 916 Whiskey Alpha, November 916 Whiskey Alpha.
Comanche 9016 Whiskey Alpha, Long Beach ground, roger. And just confirm VFR eastbound.
Eastbound and you're at the east ramp just south of runway 25.
Comanche 9016 Whiskey Alpha, roger. Runway 26 right, taxi via Kilo.
Okay, 25 right via Kilo, 916 Whiskey Alpha. Long Beach Tower, November 916 Whiskey Alpha, holding short of 25 right at Kilo, ready for departure VFR east.
Number 916 Whiskey Alpha, Long Beach Tower, runway 25 right, clear for takeoff, right downwind departure approved.
Clear for takeoff 25 right, right downwind departure 6 Whiskey Alpha. Good day, Palm Springs, ground scanning up Hotel Tango, East Ramp, India, close traffic, runway 31 right.
Papa Hotel Tango, do you Mike? Palm Springs ground, say again aircraft type?
For a Cessna Sky.
Skyline Tango, do you Mike? Thank you, runway 31 right, taxi via Echo and Bravo.
Echo and Bravo, 31 right, Papa Hotel Tango.
We're 791 Juliet, towards ground left, clear.
Okay, Sky 791 Juliet. We see there's no clearance delivery with this field, so would we get our departure instructions with tower or with ground?
Always go with the lowest, so we'll start with ground. Just say your intentions.
Okay, Sky 791 Juliet. Type Cessna 172 on the south angles with the numbers requesting VFR advisories to
Number 791 Juliet, roger. Departure frequency 134.9er, squawk 2061.
1249, that's 2061. Squawk 791 Juliet.
Got 991 Juliet, read back is correct. Are you ready to taxi now?
In a couple of minutes, just gotta go and get started. Sky 791 Juliet, south angles now ready to taxi.
Sky 791 Juliet, roger. Runway 29 right. Taxi via hotel. Correction, taxi via Alpha in Juliet.
29 right, taxi via Alpha and Juliet, Sky 791 Juliet.
Palm Springs Tower, Skyline Papa Hotel Tango, Mike is holding short runway 31 right at Bravo and ready for departure, close traffic.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, guys. New episode. Yeah. She cannot stop flying.
Yeah.
That's the reality. And
I catch the bug.
I like it. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream and with a special guest Finish G. Thank you for joining in. So I've got some wonderful news, guys. Let me just scroll a little bit. Yeah, you can just on the sitting. Yeah. Hi guys. I received from Finish G a major donation. Just a few days ago he announced he was actually a YouTube viewer of my Uncertified Pilot channel, and he commented like saying, Tim, I've got something significant for you. And so we've been Skyping today and he was so kind. Finish G is actually an aviation professional, has a lot of experience, also a lot of knowledge about aviation, also aviation history, and he donated the complete King Schools training video course to the channel. So that means from PPL up to ATP, all of the video course products. That is amazing, and that can help me obviously with the iRating season of my channel, to structure my channel and also to utilize all of that knowledge to study that stuff myself as well, and then obviously share my learnings with you here on the stream. So Finish G, give him a lot of love here on the channel. Welcome here, Finish G. Thank you so much again for your donation. I'm really glad that you're part of the community right now. And well, it's today Mireille is going to fly and try to prep for her Cat 1 rating.
Yeah.
So that's exciting as well. So perhaps you're going to do the Cat 11 also one day.
Or maybe one day, yeah.
Ooh. So that's what we're going to do. It's awesome. Oh, right. Yeah, Sunday flying. Here we are.
Yeah.
So shall we brief the crew what we're gonna do in today's stream?
Yes.
Let me see. So we are currently at Borrego. I will show you the airport right now. It's always nice to start with that. Zoom out. Whoop. And there we are at Borrego. Now, as you can see, the photo reel here is not really overlaying the actual scenery. So you can see here the taxiways on the satellite imagery. So that's a bit weird, but still we've got a runway.
Do I spot a black Panthera there?
A black Panthera? Where did you see it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you did see. With actually the doors open. That's awesome. Yeah, you spot that right. And anyone, guys, if any of you has a PilotEdge subscription, join in on Borrego because we're gonna fly. Non-tower to non-tower. So this is Borrego. So what you see is a nice long runway, again, in the middle of the desert, very near Palm Springs. So we have no real significant terrain here while you're going to do your traffic patterns, so that's cool as well. And that's a first. So you're going to try to, at least that's what you said at breakfast, try to do your traffic patterns on your own, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so we do one practice round together to get like the finishing touches.
Right.
And then I am going to do it by myself and navigate myself to the next airport.
Let's have a look.
For the cat, like in preparation for the cat rating. So it's similar to that, but not those specific airports.
Yeah, because of that region now it's quite bad weather currently. So that's why we're choosing.
And also because I need a little bit more practice before I can do the cat rating. So
obviously, yeah.
But it's a bit mixed up in the order because I already have my Cat 3 rating.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
For those of you who didn't know it, we had a streaming event a few weeks ago. And in one day, he taught me from never touching the sim at all to the Cat 3 rating. And I was exhausted by the end of the day.
In one day.
That
so
was
in 7 hours or so? In 8
8
hours, she learned how to do traffic patterns with ATC on PilotEdge. It was insane. Oh wow, Piper, thanks for the subscription. Also, Finish G, thank you for your subscription just before we started with the stream. That's much appreciated. Thanks for the support once more. Awesome, guys. Piper, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So, and I really like that Cat 3 rating. And we continued flying since then. And I thought, wouldn't it be cool to do all of them? So for me, it would be 1, 2, maybe 3 again, just for fun, and then.
Exactly, and we're flying obviously still on my account.
Yeah.
So it means that the all the cat ratings are already registered, obviously on my account. So it's kind of like we're doing those the first 2 cat ratings on our own, because there are no there are no traffic controllers involved with those first cat ratings. So we're just going to simulate those here as part of our own little community here. But then when we progress through the Cat 4 and the Cat 5 eventually, then the controllers will obviously still allow us to do those cat ratings, even though that my account has already completed those cat ratings, and we will hear the controller say once more, hopefully.
Yeah.
Papa telling me, Mike, you have passed for the Cat 4 and the 5 and the 6. So that's really, really exciting. Yeah. Awesome.
So let's see how far we can get.
Obviously. Okay, so today's flight, Mrs. Uncertified Pilot. Can you brief us a bit? I guess you're still a little bit unfamiliar with what we're actually going to do. I'm thinking right now. I mean, we're going to fly obviously traffic patterns, but we're also going to fly from A to B, right, to another airport. Shall I already tell you a little bit about the destination airport that I picked for you to see if you like it and to prepare for that flight, or would you first like to do traffic patterns, land, and then do that planning of the flight to the other airport? What's your preference? What do you like?
Let's first do the traffic patterns.
Good.
Because otherwise I have to keep that information in my head all the time.
Makes sense. Makes total sense. Okay, good. Well, as a traffic pattern, how would you go about them? We are currently on this airport here, Borrego.
On this airport, Borrego.
So the very first thing, start on your own, as if you were alone in the cockpit and you like to fly when I'm out for work or something like that. How and talk out loud.
Okay. I'm at Borrego Airport.
Roger.
I will check the...
Roger that, Miniwebs, thanks. Hey, Evanet, good to see you on the stream. And GPP as well, thank you, welcome guys.
I will check the weather, but there is no... There is no weather information.
Not on ForeFlight, but if you look at the airport description, there might be a frequency where we can listen to.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Can you pick the right frequencies?
The AWOS.
AWOS, right.
Yeah.
126.575. Roger.
Okay, so we are going to listen to that, but can we get airport information of this one?
Yeah, Borrego, there it is. Yeah, now you selected it, and you could also hit details, and yeah, that could also be Borrego Valley.
So, let's see.
It's so cool to see you browse through the airport facility directory. My gosh. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for a preferred runway in case there is no weather for that.
Roger.
Well, we can also do that later on, but
Roger.
let's just...
Good morning, Blake.
Don't see anything about that.
Well, I guess the viewers and me just did spot something that might be an additional Oddbot. Thanks for the subscription. Thank you, man. Thanks. Appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it.
Frequent changes in wind direction.
Usually there's a lot of stuff in there that doesn't really apply to us, but you should really be selective and see whether there's something that is really... Overfly the elementary school. That's also interesting. Well, we can just ignore that for your particular flight. Avanek, thank you for your subscription as well, man. Return the subscription. I subscribed to your channel as well yesterday. Awesome, guys. Nice. So heartwarming. Community.
I don't see anything about it.
No, so nothing.
Yeah, but you said you spotted something.
Oh, yeah, but not there in the airport facility directory. You were mentioning 2 dimensions upon which you decided what runway, active runway to pick, right? To do your traffic patterns, which is excellent. You said weather, and you said perhaps a preferred runway.
Yeah, and maybe there's someone else.
Yeah, I saw someone online.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I thought you mentioned.
No, sure. And that's the third thing that you should check. But it's hard to check if you're on the ramp, obviously. And I just incidentally saw a Learjet, so a jet flying here on the way out. And I think that's AI traffic, but it's flying from that direction to us now, to the camera.
So.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
How do we do?
You can, yeah, so like this, and you can release the mouse and release it and try to just. And then hit it again, and then you can, yeah, right.
What kind of settings do you have here?
Now what you do is you move the mouse all the way to the right now, you hit it again, no, hit it like here, and again, right mouse click, yeah, and then you can keep pulling. It's hard to see, I guess, just to zoom in all the way down, yeah.
26.
26 it is.
Yeah. Okay. And if we would choose runway 26, if that would be the preferred one, we would need to do left-handed traffic patterns.
Awesome.
If we would switch, we would need to remember that we need right-handed.
Awesome.
We need to check the altitude for the traffic pattern. I'm not sure if I'm doing it in the right order, but...
No, I don't care at all. it's all about developing a mental picture of what's going on. What are your main concerns for a traffic pattern? And you're doing absolutely great. We're just enjoying your thinking.
Okay. And that's 1,520 feet.
Very good. Does that make sense also as an additional
Yeah,
question?
because it's 1,000 feet above the, how do you say it, the elevation of the
elevation of the airport. Good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Okay. So.
Not that difficult, right?
Not that difficult. This is the communication channel we need to set.
CTEF, right?
CTEF and the AWOS.
Yes. Unicom, by the way, is also the same frequency as you can see by CTEF. And Unicom is a frequency which is not simulated here in PilotEdge, where it's actually someone on the ground who is kind of like playing like a tower controller, more like an advisory kind of guy, which would be awesome in PilotEdge, but that's not simulated. And that's what Unicom means. So we're just talking on CTEF. Yeah. Good.
Yeah, I think.
GPP, thanks for the subscription.
Thanks.
That's Greg, guys, making all of those wonderful payware airports. Airports. Yeah.
Those really look beautiful.
Those are really, really awesome. I've dedicated a stream about his airport as well. What are you gonna do? Sneeze. Sure. Do you want some tissues here? No. So again, guys, if you're unfamiliar with GPP 500, check him out. A wonderful scenery for Explain. Trav, thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow, guys. Least I could do. Great content. Thanks, Greg. Appreciate it. But as you can see, Mariah, yeah, if you got the idea of what information you need for a traffic pattern, it's going actually quite not that much information. You get, okay, so this is it. This is the CTEF. This is the weather information. This is the runway where we're going to pick. Perhaps something additional, but that you perhaps already thought of.
Maybe.
But that you didn't.
I'm revising my. I'm not sure if it's necessary here, but I didn't look at all to airspaces of other.
Right, that's the one thing that you need to do. Are there some obstacles or stuff that but you would like to have in the back of your mind?
Well, there's a lot of terrain in this specific square of the map.
Yeah. And what do you see? How do you? I know what you're thinking, but how do you see that? How did you find out about it? The 7.1, right? So in that sector, in that sectional sector, the highest point is 7,100 feet, and that should be some mountain top there, I guess.
Yeah, but when you zoom in more closely, you see that that's not really in a direct vicinity of this airport. But if we are departing, as we are doing later on,
you're my honey of honeys. It's so good. Very, very good.
So I think, what's this white line? Or is that?
Oh, that is, I think there is a separate map for that. I have no idea, to be honest. Guys, does someone know why there is that white highlighted line over there? What does it mean?
You cannot fly in that area.
No, Garage. Thanks for the follow. Welcome on the stream. Happy Sunday. Finergy, Tim, the ASIO term for that is AFIS, for Aerodrome Flight Information Service. We even have airline service to such places here. Awesome. Thanks for that share.
And FNX says it's the border of the tech chart for LA. And what's a tech chart?
A tech chart is a chart that shows you the VFR flight routes into a very congested airspace. So we will talk about that in very future episodes, so we can just completely ignore it. But it was good that you spotted it. It has no relevance for your current flight.
So I guess now we are ready. What's this stripy line?
Stripy thing. It's a good one. It's called Kane West MOA, as you can see also in the magenta there. If you zoom a little bit in, the viewers can look at it as well. MOA stands for Military Operation Airspace. Drum, thanks for the follow.
Yeah.
Now, what does Military Operation Airspace suggest to you in the name? What would happen in that space?
Well, practice.
Right. Would you like to be there with your Cessna 172?
No, not necessarily.
No, not necessarily. Very good. Now,
maybe if you want to practice like the
Top Gun
shooting
stuff.
Your chair out of them.
Eject. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps in future episodes we might do that as well. But again, remember, it's a map. It's a 3D it's a 2D representation of a 3D airspace. So it's nice that we see this airspace, but there's always a question that you should ask: how high up? Where does it start? Right? It could be. So what you can hit, do is hit it.
Here it says excluded R to 2,510.
That's not an altitude. That's also a restricted area. That's this
oh
one.
yeah.
Also, here we cannot even. We may fly through a MOA if we like to, but it's very risky, and I would never do it. But we are allowed as VFR pilots to fly in. The restricted is restricted. That's really shut down for anyone. And what it's saying here is that the Kane Mes MOA excludes, so it does not include this particular piece of the restricted. But you can hit it. Yeah, perhaps you need to tab it a bit longer. Yeah, you can see it. Kane West. Now, what's the first row?
10,000.
From 10,000 to. So does it apply to us as simple Cessna 172 flights?
I'm not planning to fly that high.
Exactly. No. So you ticked that one off. Not a concern for us.
So now I think I'm ready. I know that more about the terrain, about the airspaces, and I'm just going to do simple traffic patterns. So I guess for now.
Awesome. The one thing that I would perhaps
maybe also the private airport.
Exactly. Well, we're not expecting to see pilots flying over there, but still, it might be a concern.
Always be aware. Okay.
Always be aware. Wonderful pre-flight planning, my Miss Uncertified. Exterminator, good to see you as well. Welcome on the stream.
So.
It's up to you. She said so. Okay, so.
Where are we on the airport?
You can hit C, the letter C. Yeah, and now you can also use the arrows here on the keyboard, and you can move around if you like.
So this is the runway?
That's the runway. Also with a nice.
That was runway 28. 26.
Yeah.
So
someone else is taxiing there.
Yeah. So which one do we want to pick? You thought you saw someone at runway 26.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to check.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I think that person is also going to 26.
Yep. So
so we need to take that way as well.
Yeah. So you're already pointed towards the right direction, I would say.
Okay. Okay. How do I get back in again?
Shift 9. That's the cockpit here.
9.
There you are.
Okay. Set that. Okay.
I still have your door open, by the way. That's why you hear all the airport sounds.
Let's close that.
Yeah, on top you can see a little bit to the right there, on the top of the handle.
Yeah,
and then down. Yeah, awesome. Thanks for the follow, Steve. Or Stev Bundy. Welcome on the stream.
Yeah.
It's not that difficult. Yeah. Take your time. Take your time. First, get your bearings of, okay, why am I here? What am I going to do?
Why do I exist?
No, why do I exist?
Okay, so we're going to do some checks. And for that, we need the batteries. I guess there should be some kind of order in this.
Well, I don't really care, as long as you know what you're doing.
Just check whether every part of the cockpit is working. Yoke is working. Landing gear is down. See that also?
Well, we don't have a landing gear, but it's the parking brake, right?
It's a parking brake.
Yeah, it's set.
Yeah. This one's working. It's working.
Pichu, thanks for the follow.
Trim
Welcome on
wheels
board.
working.
Happy Sunday.
The flaps I'm going to do in a minute. Avionics. So why is this?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm not trained for errors.
I don't know. And you turn the avionics off and then it stops?
Well, it's a little bit, but...
No. That's a bit weird. I think that has nothing to do with us. We can ignore that, I guess. Okay. Perhaps you're a little bit anxious to fly and we see you shiver on the yoke.
So, avionics work. Oh yeah, I was about to test the flaps. Yeah. This is well the third, we never use it, but let's just do that. Okay.
Finish G. Wonderful. So again, the King schools are led by John and Martha, and John is also one of the CEOs of King schools, obviously John King and Martha King. And John calls this pre-flight that you're just doing, like, is everything working? He's calling that, did the plane get hit by a truck check? So just a basic first check to see if everything just works. That's a wonderful finish, thanks.
We also saw on a YouTube movie that one of the, actually maybe even most often occurring mistakes is that you forget to put out the blocks underneath
the chocks.
your...
With the wheels. Good one.
The wheels.
Okay.
We don't have those here. I would want to check those ones as well.
The annunciator panel,
I guess it all works.
Did you also check to see whether the flaps were actually moving like that? Okay, good.
Yep,
good.
I did. Oh no, that one I didn't.
Because the yoke can work, but that doesn't mean that the ailerons that are connected with the yoke also work.
How do you...
Yeah, you're looking... Well, shouldn't move your head, I guess, a little bit. Just keep your head... Yeah, just turn your head, not your whole body. Now you can go down a bit, perhaps. Can you look down? Yeah, this is truck IR messiness. Yeah, not the other way around.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You can see it. It takes some getting used to this.
Okay.
Good.
Okay, now I checked everything. I also did
the elevator. Awesome. Awesome.
I think I've done all of them. Okay. Maybe also the meters themselves, just for...
Yeah, true. If there's no scratching or stuff, I guess eventually when the motor or the engine is on and the avionics are on, you would see whether those things actually work, but it's always good to have an idea.
Well, there's fuel. I think that's maybe the only one we can see right now, because the compasses stuff, we can already see that that's the same.
I guess that won't work right now.
Yeah,
heading indicator, I think. But
you need to... So let's just put it off. And avionics were already off. So we did our pre-flight check.
Awesome.
I think so.
Good that you said. So that completes a first. Did your plane hit a truck check? Right, Roger. You tell me when you need some water, right? A sip of water.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess now we are about to set up our thing. We put in the mixture. How do you say it?
That's the red thing.
Yeah.
That's true. That's called the mixture.
You put it in, or you.
You full forward or put full in. Yeah, everyone knows what you're meaning. Yeah.
And you take a little bit out, because we don't need full blood flow for...
Yeah, usually, exactly, good thinking. Usually you do that after the engine has started, because now it starts up, so let's give it all the fuel that it needs, and as soon as it started up... Roger, good.
We pull in the throttle a little bit, because... Oh, it's already...
No, set it exactly on 10, on 1,000 RPM. Perfect.
Okay. So let's see, the heading indicator is working, or the compasses match.
Good.
So we have fuel, we have good oil pressure, we have enough oil.
You're doing so good.
I think we're set.
You're doing great.
So we're going to take runway 26. So the heading indicator should be at 26. Which be...
Right.
Is it this one?
Take your time. Good. Good. Great.
This one?
Great.
And I guess that's it.
No. You forgot a major section of your cockpit, which is quite obvious, which you will run into, I guess, before you would taxi, but... I see darkness, a black hole.
Oh yeah, the avionics.
Avionics, and why do we need the avionics, obviously?
For, yeah.
No, not for the yoke.
No,
not for
no,
the
but
yoke.
for the, I was just checking because it's still shows.
Oh, sorry. Yes, sorry.
For the navigative communication.
Exactly.
And the ATIS.
Roger.
Dear second in command.
Yeah, I could.
Could you set the
Com 1,
Com 2?
Com 2.
To 126.57.
126.
Com 2.
Yeah,
I said
to 126 point what?
57.
57. 126.57 set and active. Roger.
And could you set the from 1 to 2.8?
1 to 2.8. CTAF active.
Thank you. Then we're going to look for the weather information.
Sure.
Borrego Valley weather. Wind calm, visibility more than 10. Sky clear, temperature 21, dew point -17. Altimeter
Borrego Valley traffic, Skyhawk Alpha Victor.
Sorry, Evanek.
Awesome that Evanek joins.
Oh. So, the weather was definitely VFR because we had a lot of visibility, the sky was clear.
I'm so excited that you know what you're doing.
And the wind was calm, I guess you said that
Good.
as well, so
Good.
that doesn't mean that we have preferred runway weather-wise.
Yeah, which is especially risky for a non-towered airport because that means that
Yeah.
we can decide, but also anyone
Yeah.
else can decide. So.
And now I'm going to listen to Evanek because he's already flying.
What was the altimeter setting? Do you know?
Oh,
Which is not that
Nope.
not that important because we could either use the barometric pressure to set it into the altimeter, but
Yeah.
we could also.
yeah. Let's listen again. Yeah, we can also set it ourselves, I know, but let's just...
Sure, go ahead.
Borrego Valley weather. Wind calm, visibility more than 10. Sky clear, temperature 21, dew point -17.
Thank you, finish.
Altimeter 2988.
2988. Thank you, finish. Actually, still quite new. 288, right?
Sorry, I didn't listen once more. It's yours.
Okay.
Borrego
Let's
Valley
check.
weather.
Better safe than
Wind
sorry.
calm,
Exactly.
visibility more than 10. Sky clear, temperature 21, dew point -17. Altimeter 2988.
2988, yeah. 29, yeah. So it is not set properly. You are absolutely.
You can also zoom in with the scroll wheel to see it a little bit
Oh,
better.
yeah.
Yeah.
2988.
Roger. Correct.
So let's say that something like
That's 29.85. I would say it's just in the middle, so it should be more on the downside of 29.9.
this one.
Something like that.
Oh.
These are just minor differences, but just to ensure that you know what you're doing. Thanks,
that, yeah.
C. Kim, for the follow. Happy Sunday. Welcome to the stream. And Ben.
Hey.
Awesome.
Okay, so now I'm going to listen to Evanek, and I'm going to listen to what runway he's using, and that's our final.
You are awesome.
Thank you. No. Question for your girlfriend. Quiz question. I love those. How to determine the altimeter without ATIS? I know that one.
Tell him.
I feel very
Ooh, knowledgeable. Very
knowledgeable
one.
about this app. That was the blue one,
Blue
right?
one.
So when you go to this map, you also have the airport elevation, which is not only in our special
What is the airport elevation of Borrego?
in our special iPad version, but it's also really on the map. And the airport elevation is 520, and it would mean that we need to set our altimeter to, or the how do you say that? Is that also the altimeter?
This is also the altimeter, yeah.
You set it to 500 feet, 520, which it actually is right now. So,
Roger. Very
is
good.
that a good answer?
I think so, but Finish G says first no,
Yeah.
but without any info. But I guess we are using info because we're using the airport elevation info. But then he says, yeah, good. Yeah, it's
I
good.
think
Yeah, it's good.
he meant without this additional.
Roger.
Because not everyone has the
Excellento.
iPad.
Excellentish.
What if you don't know the airport elevation also? Then what would you do? I would cry and call Tim.
I would get a subscription on 4Flight. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, what would you do if you don't? Well, if you don't have a map, maybe you are not a GPS.
Well, if you're gonna stay the
certified,
pattern, you might set the altimeter just to 0 feet, just to make your
Yeah.
life easy. Other way, I would call someone. You need an
but
altimeter.
if you don't want to use you cannot use GPS if you're still newbie, right? Can you?
Well, you have to be familiar with how a GPS works, obviously, before you can use it. But an altimeter setting is important because it standardizes your entire altitude thinking. Otherwise, you don't know whether you're going to hit a terrain or so. It's just necessary. I would even not fly if my altimeter would not work or if I don't have the right elevation set in. It's just dangerous.
Yeah, Toby, I'm exactly on your page. If you don't have a card, I would not fly.
Exactly, I agree as well. Required documents, absolutely, Piper.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, so now let's listen to Evanek because again, just like yesterday, he's doing
one thing that I just noticed. Your transponder.
Oh yeah, my transponder.
Now, and what is happening here is, and I did this as well in my first streams, it's so much more helpful to have a flow, a directional flow.
Yeah.
So you move from the left to the right, up, like a circle almost over your dash, so you never forget something.
Yeah, else. Yeah.
Roger.
Because otherwise, they think, what is she doing at Borrego Valley?
Exactly. Well, it's you're not obliged to be on the altitude setting here in a non-towered airport, but just set it to mode C and you're fine as always.
Okay. Now, let's listen. Maybe he stopped, I don't know.
Well, he should be flying. Perhaps he is flying on another airport. We don't know. Sometimes the CTAF frequencies are shared among other airports. That could be the case. I didn't see him yet. Perhaps he was taxiing from the earlier when we saw some Cessna taxi to the runway.
Yeah.
I see someone there on final, I guess, 26. Do you see?
Oh yeah.
Zoom in so you can see if you can
Gosh,
catch it.
that's small.
It seems someone is on final. It can also be AI.
Is he coming or yeah, he's coming.
Yeah,
right?
he's coming this direction. But anyways, it is using runway 26, so that's what you're looking for. So 26 it is.
Yeah, 26 it is. Okay.
Borrego Valley traffic, Skyhawk Alpha Victor Alpha going around, do some Nordo traffic landing on the runway. Borrego Valley.
Okay.
What is that?
Nordo traffic is traffic that doesn't transmit on the radio. So that's usually AI traffic. Those AI traffic that is generated by PilotEdge is also flying on some airfields, and well, it's a computer, so it cannot transmit on the radio saying, "Hey, I'm a computer, I'm now flying on the runway." So that's called Nordo traffic. It's traffic with no radio. And he was doing a landing, but apparently there was another airplane on the runway right now, and I guess that's AI. And so he could not land because there was someone else on the runway. So he's just doing a go around right now. So he's just going to fly upwind again, and he's just going to do another turn. That's what he's doing, I think.
Okay. Okay. I think I'm set.
Sweetheart, you. Yeah. You're set. Okay. One hand on the throttle. You're. It's always nice.
Borrego Valley traffic, Skyhawk Alpha Victor Alpha turning left crosswind runway 26, touch and go. Borrego Valley.
Left cross. Okay. Borrego Valley, yellow Skyhawk currently on the ramp, taxiing to runway 28 for left-handed traffic patterns. Borrego Valley. Something like that?
Very good. Was it runway 28 or 26?
26.
Join
Borrego Valley traffic, Skyhawk
join the
Alpha
club.
Victor Alpha turning left downwind runway 26.
No, it's
touch and goes.
No, I did this many times. Evanek also, everyone does this.
Because I think yesterday we had runway 18 or something like that.
Yeah, but I know this just happens. It just happens, and you just need to get more experience, and then you will never make those mistakes again, or probably never those mistakes again. It's totally fine.
So we're going to take a parking brake.
Oh, Evanek, right? He overshot me like 5 feet. Yeah, that's a bummer with non-towered flying on PilotEdge. Those AI traffic completely ignore you. Although that in the real world could also happen. So again, use it to your benefit of training.
Thanks, Piper.
Miniwebs is saying, warning, I'm inbound to Borrego, I guess, and Nordo. So he is not on the radio as well. So while we're doing traffic patterns, I will look out for your for that other traffic as well.
Okay, so this time I want help from you if you see something going wrong, and after that I'm going to do the
traffic pattern yourself.
The entire traffic pattern myself.
Awesome.
Borrego Valley traffic. Skyhawk Alpha Victor Alpha is extending the downwind for landing traffic. Borrego Valley.
Alright, so he's now extending his downwind. So that means because there's other landing traffic. So apparently someone else is now on final. That might be the AI. Oh yeah, there one. Good, yeah. Good, you saw him. So again, traffic pattern flying is about also not only knowing what you are doing in the traffic pattern, but also have a mental picture of what everyone else is doing in the picture. It's like creating a system together. It's kind of like a collaboration. And that's the hardest thing.
Borrego Valley traffic. Skyhawk Alpha Victor Alpha turning left base runway 26. Borrego Valley.
It's almost like a more shared consciousness or something like that. You're creating a system, co-creating a system. 6-5, good to see you on the stream. Happy Sunday. Yeah, indeed, we got a dedicated student, also a teacher, but mostly a dedicated student. Might already slow down, already brake a bit.
Borrego Valley traffic. Skyhawk Alpha Victor Alpha turning final runway 26. Borrego Valley.
Just at the parking.
Borrego Valley.
Hey. That was
someone else.
Borrego Valley, Panda 600 Golf Delta, taxiing to runway 26 for left traffic, Quaggas traffic, Borrego Valley.
We have a crew.
They're coming in for you. Those are your flying friends. And mine as well, but also yours.
Let me see. I need lights, I need landing lights, and I need strobe lights.
One thing else. Lights, and there's something else that prep before you take off.
Good spirit.
Good spirit, also important.
Sorry.
But this little pigeon is gonna go, yeah.
Yeah, the mixture.
Right.
But it's not right now. It's because I need to do my announcement.
Good. Okay. As long as you know. Perfect.
Yeah, I think I probably would have forgotten, but.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Where was? Yeah, I think Evanek is base/final.
All right.
We should wait for him, I guess.
Very good. What you could do is, Evanek is now also watching the stream, but obviously in the real world he wouldn't know what you're thinking. So what might be, I guess, in addition to creating some safety, is to now announce on the radio we're holding short to 6 for landing traffic.
Yeah.
So that everyone knows that you know.
Yeah. So then I'm the number 2.
Ooh. Yeah, perhaps. Yeah. You can even say that. Or is there someone else behind? No. Just him.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Okay. Please. Yep.
Because there's someone there as well, but.
Yeah, that might be the other traffic, but I don't think that is in the traffic pattern yet.
Borrego Valley Airport, yellow Skyhawk, holding short at the runway, being at 2 in the traffic pattern, Borrego Valley. I was messing everything up.
No, it
I
was
needed
okay.
to say Borrego Valley traffic, not airport.
Good, and also holding short runway 26.
Yeah.
But again, honey, everyone understands what you're doing. It's just perfection. That will come with experience. You're doing great. Doing great. Relax.
I have Brady laptop issues. Hey, Sniper.
Hey, Snipe.
So I need to wait until
I would
says
already.
he's upwind,
Yeah,
right?
you could or you could already line up, which is not really good practice.
Borrego Valley traffic. Skyhawk Alpha Victor Alpha is now in the upwind runway 26. Borrego Valley.
Let's just learn it in the right manner, then we can all cut corners. When we made the cat raining.
One thing that you're forgetting, as you already announced.
The mixture.
Good. Right, mixture filling. Good.
But it's again, we would need it when we're actually on the.
Well, no, it's good that before you do, when you say, now I'm going to do my takeoff, then you put everything in. That's also the time where you then turn on your lights and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Announce that you're now departing, because you're now taking the runway, so just say, well, we're now departing, close traffic, runway 26.
Can I line up first?
I would already say it, because you're now on the runway, so no one else can land right now, so that's why it's important.
Sorry, I already pushed the button. Borrego Valley traffic, yellow Skyhawk on the runway for departure for left-handed traffic patterns, Borrego Valley.
Awesome.
I think half of that didn't get transmitted.
Because you're flying and talking at the same time. It's usually better to separate the two. So first say something, then fly, or first fly, then say something.
Yeah.
And eventually you can do the same thing at the same time. Okay. Go ahead.
Let's do some flying.
Roger that. Always keep one hand on the throttle. It's best to get in.
Right.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Keep it on center. Nice. Good control. Waiting for 60 for our rotation speed, as it is called. Rotate. Good. Aim for 80 knots. A little bit nose down. You can see the speed is not at 80, so if you put your nose down, we're going to go a little bit more faster, or you increase your speed until it hits 80, and then you can resume your usual gliding point. What altitude are you looking for before you make your turn to crosswind now?
1200.
1200, that's good. Very good.
Briga Valley, there are 600 Golf Delta, holding short of runway 26 for left
I
traffic.
forgot to say that I was up.
Briga Valley.
Well, you said that you were departing, so that was okay.
So about now?
About now. Make your turn.
Left hand, right?
Left hand.
And now should I?
Yeah, or when you're stepping, whatever you like.
Or what's best?
Now, in the turn.
Barrico Valley traffic, Yellow Skyhawk, be on the left crosswind of runway 28. Barrico Valley traffic.
Good call, 26, runway 26. Yeah. Push the nose down, because you're already on traffic pattern altitude. Make a nice
Barrico Valley traffic, Skyhawk Alpha Victor Alpha turning left base, runway 26, touch and go, Barrico Valley.
Oh.
Right, push it down, less power because you put your nose already down. Good, that can help you because otherwise you need to push on that yoke right now because you've got full power in.
I'm not doing it good.
And make the left turn to downwind.
I'm way too high, right?
Yep.
What was the 1500?
1500. So yeah, one hand always on the throttle. Make the left turn. Good. Wait for this heading bug to get to the bottom. And indeed, put the nose a bit down so you descend a bit.
Barrico Valley traffic, Skyhawk Alpha Victor Alpha on final, runway 26, touch and go, Barrico Valley.
Left turn, left turn, left turn. Good, nose down, push on the yoke. As you're climbing again. Nose down. Good. And now you can go straight. Okay. Good. You can pull the throttle a bit. Push on the yoke. Right, you're on the downwind.
Barrico Valley traffic, Yellow Skyhawk on the downwind of runway 26, Barrico Valley traffic.
Nice. Good speed. Altitude is okay-ish. Where is the runway? Do you see it?
Is it that? There? Yeah.
It is, and you're parallel, so you're totally fine. You're descending right now. Now you're on traffic pattern, so nose up. Yeah, you can trim a bit. That makes life a lot more easy. I am already trimming as soon as I'm rotating. Watch the speed, watch the speed. It should be more than 80. So a little bit more throttle. Yep, push in. Good.
80, that's the...
Yeah, on downwind you should be 80 plus. 90 would be okay. But 80 plus 80 is good. And as soon as you're going to make your base turn and your final, you should be below 80. Getting near to 60.
So I guess we make the turnabout here?
Yeah, yes, good.
Barrico Valley, Pan 600 Golf Delta, holding short to runway 26. Will hold for the landing, touch and go for the Yellow Skyhawk before I follow Barrico Valley.
That's kind of odd one. You can make your turn out to base and announce your base.
Barrico Valley, Yellow Skyhawk turning base for runway 26, Barrico Valley.
Very good.
Maybe I also needed to say for the touch and go?
Yep, very good. These are nuances, but
Barrico
important.
Valley traffic, Skyhawk Alpha Victor Alpha on a left crosswind, runway 26, touch and go, Barrico Valley.
You can give a little bit less power right now, because you need to descend already on your base leg. Very good. You're looking for the runway. You got lots of time, so that makes life much more easy. Keep it on the base, so you're already flying a little bit towards the runway, so fly a little bit there, and keep the runway in sight, and keep your airspeed below 80. But you need to do multiple things at the same time, so less power. Also notch your flaps.
Yeah.
Notch your flaps. Look for that runway. Make the turn while you're looking for that runway. So you still got a long way to go.
Oh.
So make the turn, make the turn, make the turn. You do it.
Barrico Valley traffic, Yellow Skyhawk turning final for runway 26, touch and go for traffic patterns, Barrico Valley traffic.
Very good announcement.
Yeah, but this
Brigo Valley
It's a
traffic,
warm-up.
Skyhawk Alpha Victor Alpha on the
Turn
left
is
downwind runway
not
26, touch and go. Brigo Valley.
I'm also too low.
Well, you're okay. You're not too low. You're not too low. You're on this from this distance for the airport is good. I will help you. Speed is okay. So what you're now going to do is just keep it a little bit like this. Because if you make the turn too slow, you need to keep turning all the way to touchdown point. A little bit less power. Yeah,
I want to do
nice.
it myself.
Okay. Less power, less power. A little bit too high. Good. And allow the airplane to go down on itself. Good. You're established. Finish G is saying excellent.
No.
The recovery was excellent.
Wow.
A little bit more. Perhaps. No, your speed is okay. Very good. And nose up a bit. Nose up a bit. Very good. Very good. Nose up. Oh, beauty. Good. Flaps up.
Yep.
Flaps up. Full power and forget the past. New try.
Okay, I want to do it myself. Okay, so you.
Brigo Valley traffic, Panthera 6 on a Golf Delta, lining up on runway 26 for departure. We're waiting for the yellow Skyhawk to enter the upwind before departure. Brigo Valley
He's
traffic.
great. Go ahead.
Brigo Valley traffic, Skyhawk Alpha Victor Alpha on the left base, runway 26.
Thanks,
touch and go,
Piper.
Brigo
Exterminator.
Valley.
Thank you. They're all saying, wow, great touchdown. Totally agree.
Brigo Valley traffic, yellow Skyhawk on the upwind of runway 26 for left-handed traffic patterns, Brigo Valley traffic.
Mwah. Mwah. Now, get angry. Focus. Right, one hand on the throttle, as always.
So, yeah, this one I'm
Brigo
doing
Valley
myself,
traffic,
right?
Skyhawk Alpha Victor
Yep,
Alpha
you
on
can.
final runway 26, touch and go, Brigo Valley.
Or you can ask me to help. It doesn't really matter at all, as long as you learn.
Brigo Valley traffic, Panthera 6 on a Golf Delta on the upwind for runway 26. Brigo Valley.
Brigo Valley traffic, yellow Skyhawk on the left crosswind of runway 26, Brigo Valley traffic.
Nice. Good. Trimming. A little bit less
I
power.
can do the turn already,
Yeah,
right?
you can. Or you could just go a little bit further so you give yourself more time for your base turn later. It's up to you. Much better. Look at your
Brigo
speed.
Valley
It's
traffic,
good.
Panthera 6 on a Golf Delta,
Altitude is
turning
good.
left crosswind, Brigo Valley.
Brigo Valley traffic, yellow Skyhawk. Yeah. Left downwind from runway 26, touch and goes. Brigo Valley traffic.
Ooh, your learning curve is a rocket. Concentrate. Keep concentrating. Nail it. The airplane is yours. You are the airplane. Good. Look at your altitude. Perfect. Look at your speed. Perfect.
Brigo Valley.
Look at your heading bar.
Panthera 6
Perfect.
on a Golf Delta, turning left downwind for runway 26, Brigo Valley.
Do you feel it? That is much more stable now?
Yeah.
Good. Also the sound of the engine is good. It's not full power, but it's just a bit less.
Brigo
It's
Valley traffic, Skyhawk Alpha Victor
nice
Alpha
Sunday
turning left
afternoon.
crosswind, runway 26, touch and go, Brigo Valley.
Watch out for the Learjet. Is that
Yeah, there's a
serious,
Learjet. Well, yeah, there is a Learjet flying here, but I don't see him yet. And I would suggest to you, in this stage of your training, just ignore it. It's an AI traffic.
We will feel it when he
Yeah,
found us.
we will. Well, the only concern that I have is wake turbulence for that Learjet, because if the Learjet is going really fast.
Brigo Valley traffic, Panthera 6 on a Golf Delta, going to extend my downwind for spacing for the yellow Skyhawk, number 2 for runway 26.
Great announcements.
I'm going to do the Brigo Valley traffic, yellow Skyhawk turning base for touch and go on runway 26, Brigo Valley traffic.
Perfecto. Now you like to be your speed at below 80, so throttle, pull on the throttle, much more. Good. Establish yourself on the base, and then 1 notch of flaps. And flaps. Push down.
Brigger Valley traffic, Panthera 6 on the Golf Delta,
And
Yellow
lock on
Skyhawk
that
is
runway.
inside. Brigger Valley.
Good. That's a good watch. Going a little bit too much down. Speed should be below 80. Good. And watch for that runway. Not only once, but keep it there. It's even better to keep looking at it while you're turning, but that's perhaps a little bit too much of a thing to ask to you. Good. To the right. Right yoke. Right yoke. Right yoke. Good. Nose down. Much better. Still a bit of an early turn, but much more in control.
Brigger Valley traffic, Panthera 6 on the Golf Delta, now turning left base for runway 26, Brigger Valley.
Now you're on final.
Brigger Valley traffic, Yellow Skyhawk, turning final for runway 26, touch and goes, left-handed traffic patterns.
Whoa.
Brigger Valley traffic.
That was on the radio.
Was on the,
oh shit, that was on the radio.
Well, we're amongst friends, right?
We're amongst friends. That was a very good call, Mrs. A little bit less power.
It should be around 10, right? With the
No, it should be around 15 while you're going down. And also, I'm just looking at the speed. I like the speed to be around 60, something like this for touchdown. So having an idea of what each leg requires for airspeed is also a great aid.
Panthera 6 on the Golf Delta, turning final for runway 26.
Very good approach.
Brigger Valley.
Very good approach. And allow the airplane
Brigger
to
Valley
do
traffic,
itself.
Sky Alpha Victor Alpha turning left base runway 26 after Panthera inside Brigger Valley.
Good. No, it was good on the center line. Flaps up.
Yep.
Flaps up. Good. Just in time. Nose down.
Brigger Valley traffic, Yellow Skyhawk, up on the upper end of runway 26 for left-handed traffic patterns, Brigger Valley traffic.
You, in the previous run, you hit the wrong flip switch here, so there was only 1 notch of flap.
Brigger traffic, traffic on final, be advised, seems to be 2 planes on final ahead of me.
What?
I guess there are other planes now on final that are coming in for landing, which is AI traffic. So just completely ignore in your phase of training. It doesn't
Looks
matter.
like you're right above
Valley,
each other.
Traffic, Panthera 6 on the Golf Delta, going missed for other traffic landing in front of me. Will extend on the upwind for runway 26, Brigger Valley.
Awesome.
Brigger Valley traffic, Yellow Skyhawk, turning crosswind of runway 26, left-hand patterns, Brigger Valley traffic.
Very nice. That's your base. Push down. Airspeed should be plus 80 knots. And below 100. That's actually the range. So I would say 90 or so, something like that. 80 is
Brigger Valley
fine as
traffic,
well.
Panthera 6 on the Golf Delta on the upwind, Brigger Valley.
That's true. Crosswind. 406. That's right. It's not aligned with the ortho, unfortunately. Perhaps Miniwebs can
Brigger
fix
Valley
that.
traffic, Sky Alpha Victor Alpha on short final runway 26, Brigger Valley.
Brigger Valley traffic, Yellow Skyhawk, turning downwind of runway 26 for traffic patterns.
Brigger Valley traffic, Panthera 6 on the Golf Delta,
When you
turning
say
left
traffic patterns
crosswind,
each
Brigger
time.
Valley.
Well, or touch and goes. Yes, because otherwise they don't know if you're just doing one
Brigger
lap.
traffic,
That's
Sky Alpha Victor Alpha going missed runway 26, another Nordo traffic just landed.
Got full power in right now, and that should be around 20 or something like that. 2000. Good. Good speed. Altitude is okay. Heading
Brigger
is
Valley
okay.
traffic,
Good.
Panthera 6 on the Golf Delta, turning left downwind for runway 26, Brigger Valley.
Alright, again, make this base the final turn. Well, we're not there yet. Now is a downwind to base turn, but focus. Let's see if you can handle it. Keep that runway always in sight. Never get it out of your sight.
I'm going to do the announcement.
Roger.
Brigger Valley traffic, Yellow Skyhawk, turning base for runway 26, touch and go, Brigger Valley traffic.
Good. Much more flow there in your announcement. Good. Good. This is proactive looking. Now you're looking. And again, look. Good. And back
Brigger
to your
traffic,
instruments.
Sky Alpha Victor Alpha turning left
And look.
crosswind runway 26, touch and go, Brigger Valley.
Okay, so straightening up. You're now on base. Perfect. Let your flaps and look at the runway. It's there, you know where it is. Again, stabilize, less power, should be around 15. Oh, less pull, that's less. Good. And instruments again. Good speeds, stable, and look again. It's coming up, that's your turn. Slow turn, and again, a little bit more power there, your speed is a bit low.
Borrego Valley traffic, all traffic in the pattern, be advised, there's a very fast flying jet overflying the field currently. Looks like he's heading on downwind. Might be going for a landing soon.
Thank you. Pop tilting Mike. Where we go?
Are we going to land or?
Yeah, just gonna land. Okay. Sorry guys for all this.
Very low traffic. Panthera 6 helicopter will extend my downwind for runway 26, left traffic touch and go, Borrego Valley.
Sorry for all the screeching noises guys, but my headset is a little bit off here.
I'm going to
This
do
was
the
an
announcement. Yeah. Borrego Valley traffic. Yellow Skyhawk turning final for runway 26, touch and go, left-handed traffic balance, Borrego Valley traffic.
Excellent. Did you notice how well your base to final
Borrego Valley
turn
traffic.
was? Nope. Well, it was
left
great.
Base for runway 26, Borrego Valley.
Watch that speed. We're already pulling on the throttle far too early, because now you have too little airspeed and you can see it's dropping down. Flaps up.
Yeah.
Flaps up. Keep it on center. Keep it on center. Good. And there we go again. Really good approach to final. And it was all about looking at your instruments. Looking at your instruments. Looking at your instruments. Fly the airplane first.
Borrego Valley traffic, Panthera 6 on a Golf Delta, turning on final for runway 26, touch and go, Borrego Valley.
Borrego Valley traffic, Yellow Skyhawk, turning upwind, runway 26, Borrego Valley traffic.
Ah, Miniwebs. Oh yeah, obviously, I totally forgot. Miniwebs was coming in with no radio announcements. Yeah, Evanek, I totally agree. Here on Borrego, that Learjet is insane, actually. But it is good practice, but we can also be free to just ignore the jet and just fly on our own. Nice stabilized upwind, good speed. Good turn. This is just drill and practice. Drill and practice.
Borrego Valley traffic, Yellow Skyhawk, turning crosswind from runway 26, left-handed traffic patterns, Borrego Valley traffic.
Borrego traffic. Skyhawk Alpha Victor Alpha on left base, runway 26, touch and go, Borrego Valley.
Good that you saw. Yeah, Mystery and Kima, I saw as well. Just ignorance is bliss, I guess.
Borrego Valley traffic, Yellow Skyhawk, turning left downwind for runway 26, Borrego Valley traffic.
Good. Back on the throttle. Nice.
So,
Borrego
shall we
Valley
do a
traffic.
full stop now?
Skyhawk Alpha Victor Alpha on final,
Absolutely.
runway 26, touch and go, Borrego Valley.
You earned it.
Borrego Valley traffic, Panthera 6 on a Golf Delta on the upwind for left close traffic, Borrego Valley.
Nice. You're so much more in control. Very good.
Borrego Valley traffic, Panthera 6 on a Golf Delta, turning left crosswind for runway 26, Borrego Valley.
Very good. Now you are flying the airplane and the plane is not flying you. Very good. Thank you for the follow, Kevin. Happy Sunday. Welcome aboard the Uncertified Pilots. Watch that speed.
Borrego Valley traffic, Panthera 690 Golf Delta, turning left downwind for runway 26, Borrego Valley.
Right.
Borrego Valley traffic, turning base for runway 26. I didn't push the button.
Ignore it. Less power. One notch of flaps. Push on the yoke. Good. Watch that runway. Watch that runway. There it is. Good. Again, I should start your turn if I were you. And watch the runway. Good. Put nose down. Nose push on the yoke. Push on the yoke. On the yoke. Let's see if you can make this one. Good turn. Less power. You're high. Good. Nice. The speed is within 80.
Borrego Valley, Yellow Skyhawk, turning final for full stop, runway 26, Borrego Valley traffic.
Good. Thanks for the follow, Matthias. Welcome aboard.
I keep pressing the button too early and you're still talking.
So it doesn't matter.
Valley traffic, Skyhawk
Yeah,
Alpha Victor
I will
Alpha
look.
turning
I will
left
look. It's
crosswind
my
runway
fault.
26 for touch and go, Borrego Valley.
Nice approach. Wow, best. Laps up.
Yeah.
Brake.
Borrego Valley, traffic Panthera 6 on a Golf turning left base for runway 26, full stop.
Oh, there it
Borrego
was.
Valley.
Yeah, a little bit further. You're still going quite quick. Comes. Oddbot is now behind you. Or not really behind you.
Where it is.
Over here.
Borrego Valley traffic, Skyhawk Alpha
yeah.
Victor Alpha left downwind runway 26 and we'll make it a full stop as well, Borrego Valley.
Borrego Valley, Panthera on a Golf Delta, turning final for runway 26, full stop, Borrego Valley.
This is not the right exit.
Well, it's the photo real exit. There was actually always the yellow line you can
Yeah, I
follow.
thought it was here.
Well, it is in the real
clear
world.
to runway.
A little bit more power there. Good. Yep, it just needs a kick on its ass just to get going. Less power now, and brake to the right.
Borrego Valley traffic, Yellow Skyhawk clear the runway. Borrego Valley traffic.
Nice. Good. Need to go to the right, I guess. There's the ramp. A little bit more power, perhaps, because your tail, I guess, perhaps is still in the dirt. Or nice. Good.
Okay then.
All right then. So there's the ramp. Park it.
We're going to park next to Grand over.
You know, or park it in a direction where we can easily start up again and or find a leg, or if you're too tired. I would also go second in command if you like.
No, I want.
Good.
Okay.
Borrego Valley traffic,
Take your
Skyhawk
time.
Alpha Victor Alpha extending.
That's the avionics. Good. Landing lights off. Stuff off. Good.
Park and brake.
Park and brake set. Nice.
Good night.
Very, very good. That was tough, wasn't it? Yeah, it's not like that you learned this overnight, but you did great. And in the very first lap, you were a little bit confused, I think.
Yeah, I guess I'm also a little bit too tired, maybe for the. I don't know.
Can be, but you recovered.
Yeah, I did.
So that was excellent.
Kima with
Tens.
the
Tens.
Oh, the webcam.
Oh yeah, sorry, I edited a bit.
No, but it was blurry.
Oh, it was blurry.
Well, thank you.
Awesome, guys.
Well, it still feels like really uncontrolled and.
Well, you're comparing yourself to
insufficient.
a full perfect kind of traffic pattern. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
The amount of information that is thrown at you while flying is just too much. Yeah. But I can see you're making progress,
Yeah,
and that's
no,
that's the measure, the ruler that you should use. And
But
I could see
the traffic patterns were better when we did the Cat 3.
Yeah, but that's why, because we were flying an entire day after we would now take a break and do another one and do another one.
Yeah.
So that was insane. So it just needs practice. It's drill and practice. So that's what that's what's going on.
Thank you, Sniper.
Air landings were all good. I mean, the most important stuff is from base to final. Looking at that runway, look at that runway, look at that runway.
Well, I think the landings were a bit too bumpy, maybe.
Well, perhaps, but it was completely safe.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. In the real, it would be a bit bumpy, so it's not butter smooth, but it was safe.
Okay.
That was an actual landing.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So that's good.
Hey, we're back.
Hello, guys.
So.
We
are going to do some navigation.
We are.
In our flight.
What have you planned for us, Pilot in Command?
And well, what was it? Are we now on Borrego?
We're now on Borrego. And I'd like to go to that airport.
Oh, yeah.
So if you zoom in, or you can just make a simple 4-flight connection there between that departure airport and Chiriaco. Good luck with that. Chiriaco. An additional challenge, pronouncing your destination airport on CTAF.
It's still so funny that we pronounced an entire stream of traffic patterns as Flabob. And it's Flaybob.
Flaybob. Liam, thanks for the follow. Slash, thank you for the follow. Rayam, thank you for the follow.
Wow.
It's Meme. Thank you for the follow. Thank you, guys. Welcome on stream. Awesome.
So we're going to do this flight of about 26 minutes.
Roger, Kimo.
Oh, okay. I thought we had a shorter flight. Okay, 26 minutes. And I'm going to do the navigation as well as the flying. And I've instructed him that he cannot help me in the navigation.
Roger.
Unless we are really overshooting the airport. So if we're really going in the wrong direction.
Roger.
So.
And flying, you would like me to guide you, right, or not? Also, the flying.
Yeah,
also
the flying.
The flying performance stuff, the altitude and the managing of the. Okay, Roger, Roger.
So that I also really learned to navigate, because that's something that I have quite some difficulty with.
Roger. But it's also it's most fun actually, navigating.
Yeah, well, for me it's.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Well, I like setting the radios for you and planning out our flight, but actually keeping track of where we are and how to.
Yeah, right.
Flying radials, that's.
Roger.
So that's why I need to do this by myself, but we won't keep flying for hours and hours and say, hey, we missed our airport. So,
Roger, I know what you're saying.
So, what we need to do.
Take us through it. So this is the generic kind of flight, right? From Borrego to Chiriaco. Yeah. What are you seeing? What is your first impression? What do you like to fly to? It's not only being most efficient. Perhaps you like to say, oh, I'd like to go, I'd like to see what that is about. That.
I'm not sure if that's one of us, but that was a very drunken pilot.
Oh, guys, that could be a nice clip here that we can make. I will make a highlight out of that. That was a drunken pilot coming by. Someone who really desperately likes to be on stream and recognized.
Yeah. Well, that's one way to do it.
That's one way to do
it. So are people joining this flight, actually?
I don't know. I don't know if Evanek is still here. He went for a full stop.
So Evanek, Oddbot, if you want, or anyone else.
Feel free to...
I'm not yet confident with formation flying.
Yeah.
I think that's taking a bit too much risk for a newbie like myself, but...
Something interesting happening on final,
Yes, Evanek, thank you. Great. Okay, so... let's just assume that we still need to take runway 26.
Roger.
Be consistent. We need to do left-handed traffic patterns.
Roger.
So that would mean. Yeah. Actually, we almost do an entire traffic pattern, but when we are base.
Roger. Would you fly the base leg in for this particular flight? What would be the reason not to?
Well, then people might think that you are, again...
And you might obstruct others that are flying. Roger. So I would then always go for a left downwind departure in this case, and you just fly a little bit more to the east, and then capture that flight track.
Yeah. So the question now is, do we want to fly on the beacon? VOR?
VOR. Yeah, or you can just say beacon, it doesn't really matter.
But I think that's... then we might get into the Cochrane...
Okay.
So let's just fly over the lake. Sure. Just basically follow the line that's... the airspace, make sure that we do not fly Kane West MoMA.
Why? Thank you for the follow.
Because we are not allowed.
But
oh no, there was no problem because it was
Roger.
10,000 feet or higher. Yeah, so it doesn't really matter.
Good.
But so try to be a little bit on that left side of the lake, left piece of the lake, and then just
the north part.
Yeah. How do you say this?
Yeah, the north, the top part there of the Salton Sea. Yep.
And just straight ahead until we see the airport. Actually, it's just one straight line. But maybe that's when things go wrong.
Well, there are...
Okay,
sure, okay, I won't say anything. Just experience it. I get why you like to do that. It's a good experience to see how... Yeah, go ahead.
There's one beacon above, but that's too far wrong direction.
Thanks for the follow, Jadu. And happy Sunday, guys. Sunday flying. John, welcome to the stream. Much appreciate your support. Thank you for the follows, guys. Oddbot, not to worry, Mrs. Uncertified. We'll just follow and give you plenty of room. Oddbot, thanks again for in the pattern. You did so also in the pattern. That was awesome, Oddbot. Nice announcements there. Much appreciated.
But I do like that we're flying with a group.
Yeah, it is. Obviously, it's fun.
It's more complex, but it's really fun. And
well, those guys know what you're up to, so they're encouraging you and supporting you, so you can do whatever, and they will follow you.
So what may be easy, and I think I saw you do
that
Aries.
As well. Awesome, thanks.
Is set the heading buck to the direction of the runway we are taking, because then we have some navigation.
For the departure, you mean? I don't. Where are you going to sit? Sorry, I didn't listen properly. Could you please say
As
again?
my second in command.
Yeah, sorry, I was looking at the chats. Heading buck, you said.
You could set that to the runway we are taking on Chiriaco.
Chiriaco, yes, roger. Okay.
Because then we have a bit of an idea about where we
very good
need to land, and I guess for the rest, we could some additional indications. Maybe, sorry, I'm taking a bit long.
Oh, sure. No, please. This is so educational. No. Take your time. Talk out loud. Anything you're considering is so informative, and we will review the flight once we get to Chiriaco.
I think
hopefully.
These are...
No.
Dum.
No. You will get there. Let's gamify this flight. Can you reach Chiriaco on your own?
Yeah, because I think just overshooting the lake is maybe a bit risky. Because I have a tendency of not seeing airports, so we need to have some sort of indication. Okay, it should be around here, and I guess that's the river, because you have one river above the lake, really directly above it, but there's also one above that, and that's actually just above the airport that we need to find. So we need to remain in those two rivers, and actually on the lower part of the upper river, and then we should see the airport, so we can look for that water as well. Combined with the heading buck, okay, I just think we're safe. Just going to try.
Roger.
Okay.
Very excited about this flight.
METAR.
We should do this more often. It's so cool to listen to you figuring out this flight. This is very cool.
We don't have METAR. Well, but we have it from Cochrane, so...
Good.
And we have ATIS, and we have... Okay. And their winds calm, so then it would not really matter which way or runway we are taking, assuming that same weather. So we should listen to that while we're on our way.
Roger.
And maybe there's already someone doing patterns, and then we should take that into account as well. So both runways are doing left-handed traffic patterns. Can that be? Is it possible?
Sorry again. What?
Both runways are doing left-handed traffic patterns?
Sure. Yeah. There's no RP there. Yeah. Great.
So that doesn't really matter. Maybe we check on our...
Oh man, this is better than going to the cinema, you know? I could do this all day. Put my feet up my desk here. This is entertainment.
airport remarks, visibility, either end, visibility is limits. Either end, but there's no preferred.
Where are you? Oh, remarks. Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry. Right, its visibility is. All right. Yeah, basic.
Thanks for the follow, bookies. I lost my train of. Yeah, so there's no preferred runway, so we can still choose whatever one we like, but let's make that decision once we're there, because if someone's already in the pattern, then we have to take that one. Okay. So we need to.
Thank you, Redinator. I totally agree. I like that you're speaking out loud.
So the traffic pattern altitude is 2,710 miles, and the airport elevation.
Feet.
Sorry. Miles is.
Yeah, MSL means above sea level.
Yeah, and miles is more than feet.
Mile is 1.6-ish kind of kilometers. And a feet is 30 yeah. Centimeters.
Okay. But the system with feet and
yeah, I know. It's crazy. It's crazy.
But okay. Okay, so 2,710 feet, and the elevation, the airport is at a higher level than our current airport, so we need to take into account that we need to that the airport elevation, how do you say that? It's 1,710 feet. So I'm already forgetting half the things I'm saying, but.
Yep, I recognize that also from my early streams.
Notes.
Yep, you actually create a flight plan, drafts, and you write this stuff down. But let's see if you can do it from the top of your head. You can rehearse once more. We have all the time in the world.
So maybe we should determine a cruising altitude.
Good.
Because there is a mountain over. Which is quite high, 3,116 foot.
Good one.
So even though we're not flying directly above that one, we can be sure that there's a terrain over there. So, and here as well, it's also quite high, higher than our traffic pattern altitude of the airport. So we need to ascend quite a bit, 1,000 over here. So maybe we should try to fly at about safe. Say well, that 3,800 feet is good enough. We also don't want to overshoot it too much. Maybe 4,000 to be safe.
Roger.
Yeah, let's just keep 4,000, and we can see about the terrain when we get there, and it's easy to descend. It's not necessary to fly that high.
Roger.
Okay.
I will make notes, by the way.
Yeah,
don't. Well, not well.
Or
yeah.
for yourself.
Yeah, to review, to perhaps chat about, if you like.
Yeah,
if not,
sure.
if it scares you off, I will not. Or there's so much information. It's so fun to talk about this stuff.
As long as I don't hear like very angry pen stripes, like
no,
this one wrong, that one wrong.
I'm writing down in blue and in green, so
very happy.
No red marks.
Okay, so
cool.
Okay, I guess this is it. So let's reverse engineer. We need to enter Chiriaco and into the traffic pattern on, what was it, 2,700 feet? Yeah. And we need to descend from about 4,000 feet, so that's quite a lot. Maybe we need to talk about how we going to enter the traffic pattern.
Good one.
Because know that. We need to make a decision, maybe, about which runway. So,
thanks for the follow. Not sure. That's a cool username. Welcome on board.
So maybe left-handed. So we're quite high. So it will take some time to get Well, are we quite? Yeah, we need to do quite some descending.
Mm-hmm. Take your time.
I don't know if it matters. Exterminator, I don't think that Tim would need more than one red pen to correct your pre-flight planning. He's a very kind guy. Okay, so...
And also, it's not about making mistakes and failures, it's about learning. It's just cool. Thanks, Octi.
Okay, so maybe I do have a question, because this is taking too.
Go ahead.
I want to land on this airport.
Sure.
I want to enter the traffic pattern.
Roger.
So we're entering, I would say, maybe left downwind.
Roger. For which runway?
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking about. I cannot scratch in paint in this one, right?
No, you can't. Unfortunately,
so
I've
if
poked
we are
for flight to add that feature, but
entering like this with a right turn, then we're into a left traffic pattern.
Roger.
But does that automatically mean that we need to land on way 24, or can we do a similar entrance thingy for runway 06?
Well, how would the
no, then
Roger. Good. Where's the downwind of 06? The left downwind.
On the upper side.
Yeah, it's on the upper side.
Yeah.
So then you need to overfly the field.
But you would also need to make that
teardrop. And what's the problem with that particular entry? If you consider the terrain of this particular airport.
Yeah, it's mountain-like.
Yeah. So that's
so it's
a bit hard.
actually quite easy to determine because we can easily enter the runway 24 traffic pattern.
Yeah. But it's always good to have a plan B.
Yeah.
What if we do find another airplane flying?
True.
Yeah. So how would you then go to runway 06?
So then I would overshoot the airport and go a little bit more to the north, but not too much. There's a... I would do the
teardrop.
Sort of
teardrop. Yeah, that could be. Or you can just enter it for your training phase. You don't have to do fancy stuff. What's also a consideration is it's less preferred. You could also do like if you were like a straight in for runway 06, so you would go like this, as if you were landing right into 06, but then you're just gonna not land, but just do the upwind, like a go around. So you just fly above the runway and you just pretend that you've landed, but you didn't, and just do a traffic pattern like this.
Yeah.
Right? That could also be a way, but you need to be very clear on your announcement so that everyone knows what you're up to.
Yeah. And I see Exterminator saying something about a clock.
Ooh.
And I do think that's helpful because...
Are you guys giving her tips?
Yes, they're my
awesome.
friends.
Awesome. Yeah, they are.
Thank you. Because that's also maybe a third-ish indication of where I'm not spotting the rivers.
Someone is using the map tool to position an airplane near you because they all like to be with you.
That the...
No, this is a jet, and this is again, and that's the Panthera, that's Albert, and I think Avanek is over there, so someone else has joined in as well with a fancy jet.
Who's this?
I don't know.
Announce yourself. We have four people. I'm just focusing. Okay, so 26 minutes.
Given
that we would fly the 100.
Right.
Be a bit more, so like say 27. And then I should see it at 26 already.
Correct. Very, very good, honey.
Okay, so we are...
Chemo. It's Chemo.
Oh,
awesome.
Hi.
Welcome, Chemo. On the ramp. You're going to be quite a bit faster, I expect. Oh, that's really fancy. Can you imagine? There might perhaps be a future stream where we will fly together in a jet and fly, for example, from Las Vegas to San Francisco.
That would be so cool. We could do the highlights of America.
Oh. But anyway, focus. Sorry, I'm distracting you.
Yeah, focus.
Focus.
Okay, so I'm doing now the fast brief for everyone who's flying with me. Crew. We are going to Chiriaco Airport.
Roger.
From Barriga Valley.
Roger.
We are departing from runway 26.
Roger.
And taking a left downwind departure.
Roger.
And then we're flying up, say, northeast-ish.
Very good.
To cut that top corner of the
Roger.
Of the lake. And then we look out for 2 rivers that are, say, parallel.
Parallel, just parallel to each other. Yeah, but I think that's not that evident if you look at the map. You could also use the ruler. I sometimes use the ruler and just lay the ruler over the river that you're looking at.
This one, and yeah, it's not really that one.
Roger, that makes sense. Okay.
And this one is our visual for our destination airport, which should be about 26 minutes of flight. Cruising altitude is 4,000 feet. Especially in the last part. Then we need to descend to enter the traffic pattern to 2,715 feet. Tim is writing down, so I am
No. That's what I meant. Don't get distracted by what my notes. These are good notes. And you don't need to be that precise with the traffic pattern altitude, right? It doesn't mean you should be as precise as the feet. I'm usually only looking at the 2 first digits.
Yeah, 2,700.
2,700, right.
And then we're entering, if possible, downwind pattern for runway 24 at our destination. We're landing on 4. Okay. That's about it.
Sounds like a perfect plan. Complete to me. Good,
I'm not going to do
job.
the pre-flight check because we checked our flight and
that's as in the
let's
real
just
world.
Assume
Sure.
that time has
No,
passed.
but it's not even assuming. Usually with a flight school, they only do the pre-flight in the morning, and then they never do the pre-flight again. Yeah, for the student pilots, because they need to practice, but with tours.
Okay, so batteries on. Mixture in. Fuel pump. That's not the fuel. This is the fuel pump. Off. Still looking at the keyboard. My door's closed, right? Yeah. Oh. My parking brake. Avionics. Mixture.
Traffic Cherokee 9617 Whiskey, turning left base 26, touch and go, Barriga Valley.
So let's just look at the weather once more.
That's a new voice on the radio.
Yeah. Get Kimo then.
I don't think so. Kimo was his jet. It's just near us.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
it's getting busy. Awesome.
Cool.
And again, guys, for those who are watching, make screenshots. Also for those who are flying with us,
Valley
screenshots.
Weather.
Drop them in the Discord
Visibility more than 10.
channel.
Sky clear. Temperature 24. Dew
So
point
still
-1.
same.
Barriga Valley Traffic Cherokee 9617 Whiskey, turn and final 26, touch and go, Barriga Valley.
6 touch. Yeah. So yeah, same runway. So that's okay.
Good job, honey.
So we need the radio frequencies of our destination airport, which is 1229. 122.
Barriga Valley traffic, Skyhawk Alpha
Lovely.
Victor Alpha turning left base, runway 26, touch and go, Barriga Valley.
And we keep it in the
standby.
Standby.
Correct.
There's no ATIS. We already looked at the weather for Cochrane, which is nearby. So this concludes planning, and now I'm getting nervous because now we have to do the actual flying nation.
Man, I'm so excited.
How the beep do I get off this?
Yeah, that's why I said before you stopped, perhaps you should park in a way that it's easy for you
Barriga
to
Valley
park from.
traffic, Skyhawk Alpha Victor Alpha on final
I'm
runway
doing a
26,
little
touch
Yeah,
and go,
exactly.
Barriga
You
Valley.
cannot
Grabbing the
crash.
dirt.
You cannot
Okay.
crash. You cannot crash.
17 Whiskey's on the go, 26,
I'm
Barriga
forgetting
Valley.
something. Oh, it's still on alt. Okay.
Good check.
I think we're set.
Oddbot, that's correct. Let's call this the Cat 1A. Just the sub Cat 1. It's like a preliminary flight for your Cat 1.
Yeah.
Or actually, it's a Cat. No, it's a Cat 1.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true. From a non-towered field to a non-towered field. I was confusing it with the Cat 2, but.
Hello, Mr. T, Victor B. Hello.
Female pilot. Also, there's so cool Instagram accounts by female pilots, real-world female pilots. So cool.
Okay, enough with the chatting for me. Ooh, reset the clock. How do I do this?
Well, the select, you have 4 modes. Those are UT, LT. You see there?
Valley traffic, Cherokee 9617 Whiskey, turn it downwind 26.
Let me give me the mouse, I can show you. There are 4 different modes here. UT, universal time, local time, flight time, and estimated time, or elapsed time I should say. You can click to the different modes, and you need elapsed time, so that's the stopwatch. You can hit on, if you just hit it like this, it's just gonna run. If you hit it again, it pauses, and you can resume again. If you want to reset it, just go a little bit to the left, you get that arrow, and you reset it again, and you can start.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Okay. Set back the Yes, so now there's no excuse left. Need to do this.
You are awesome. Focus. Your first kind of like independent flight towards another airfield. It's wonderful.
Yeah, we need to do one
Borrego
as well,
Valley traffic,
where
Sky
you're
Alpha
just
Victor
not
Alpha
here
on left
giving
crosswind, runway
comments.
26.
Yeah,
a
real solo. Yeah, that's.
And you're on my computer looking. How
exactly.
doing.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna do that.
Yeah, that's fun. That's scary.
But we're not going to do that right now. No. So I'm in the right seat. I'm with you here, but you're doing the work right now.
Bambino, we are now at Borrego Valley Airport, and we are going to Chiriaco.
Cherokee 9617 Whiskey, turn left base, Borrego Valley.
It's so cool.
36 souls on board, man.
Oh yeah. You've got
Guess
passengers,
you guys
girl.
do not know that I don't know how to navigate, don't know how to fly.
Well, I will be the steward. I will be the purser right now.
Safe flight, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board the Mrs. Uncertified Flight.
Can you also do the...
Oh yeah. I will do it. Let's pretend that I'm doing that.
Oh, okay.
We hope you have a pleasant flight from Borrego Airport
This
to
is your captain
Chiriaco.
speaking.
Borrego Valley traffic 9617 Whiskey, turning final 26.
Hemo, I'm really doing my best not to hit you.
Well, you will hit him.
But I will hit you, but it's a friendly hit.
You can also turn track IR on so you can look to the right.
Oh,
he already moved away for you.
Thank you. So this was okay-ish.
Okay, focus, girl. Come on. This is your flight. Good.
The suspense is killing us. Borrego Valley traffic, Yellow Skyhawk currently on the ramp, taxiing to runway 26. Borrego Valley traffic. I don't need to announce what I'm going to do right now.
No,
right?
but it was good that you were thinking about it.
Borrego Valley traffic, Sky
why
Alpha
not?
Victor Alpha,
You could
turning
have.
left base, runway 26, touch and go, Borrego Valley.
Okay, so
good.
Taxiing.
You do like me to comment on your flight?
Yeah,
techniques,
otherwise
right?
it gets
Technical.
too
Sure.
too much at the end, I guess.
Well, I guess you can even make it. Perhaps not like following the book, but just on your own. If the task would be get from Borrego to Chiriaco, I think you can manage. And that's great.
I can see myself.
Victor Alpha, turning final, runway 26, touch and go, Borrego Valley.
The final miles, and then I'm
Borrego
there.
Valley traffic, and there is 6 on the Golf Center,
focus.
to runway 26 for departure, Borrego Valley.
Not going too fast. Usually taxiing is a
sorry.
slow pace. Airplanes are not built for taxiing. They're built for flying. So
and you said that we should compare it on
Borrego
our
Valley
long
traffic,
stream. You
Cherokee
said something like
9617 Whiskey, turn left crosswind
trimming,
26
like
Borrego Valley. This
running.
one's going to be up.
Yeah, jogging.
Yeah,
exactly. And you can. What I also usually do is I listen to the engine. It's
this sounds better.
Yeah, this sounds better. And I know from heart if you put the RPM to around 900, so stop here, it usually stays kind of like the same taxi speed. Sometimes it gradually, it depends already on the terrain. If you're going uphill or downhill.
Sense. And also the volt thingy is not...
Very good. Yeah. Dusty, thanks for the follow. Thank you for the support here, watching Mrs. Uncertified fly for her first time from one non-towered field to the next in preparation for Cat 1. I'm so excited, so proud.
Thank you, Finish, for your support. Yeah. Well, actually, everyone's very supportive.
Finish G says you'll definitely manage. I think so too, Finish.
Downwind 26, be full stop.
Oh, here's already the...
Okay, someone else said full stop.
And he is descending right now.
I don't know where he is.
Let's just put on the parking brake. Let's see.
Now again, what's good practice is, there are other people now in the pattern. They have heard you that you were texting, so just say that you're holding short so everyone knows you're not doing anything stupid.
Okay. Borrego Valley traffic, yellow Skyhawk, holding short at runway 26, Borrego traffic.
Good. Awesome. Where?
Borrego traffic, Skyhawk of Victor Alpha turning left crosswind runway 26, Borrego Valley.
Okay, crosswind, so that's on the other side, right? That he just taken off, Avanek. Is there anyone else? There was someone with a full stop announcement. And I don't know where he or she, oh, the he was it. Thanks, Kitty! Welcome on board. Happy Sunday, everyone.
I don't see or hear anything.
Turkey 9617 Whiskey, just now turning left base.
Left base.
Yeah, so we should wait.
Also, you're looking at this side.
Yeah.
But actually, that's the right-hand pattern side. Right? If you're going to take 16, you're going to fly this way. That's right. But all the guys are now flying to our right side. So you should actually look at that direction to see them.
Yep.
So what usually is also a procedure that you could do is just circle around your Cessna. Just fly a pirouette here. Just taxi a pirouette. And then looking while you're doing it.
Borrego Valley traffic, Skyhawk of Victor Alpha, left downwind runway 26. Touch and go, Borrego Valley.
Left downwind. So sequence yourself here. Someone else is now on base. That's the Cherokee. He's going to land for a full stop. So that means that he will take the runway for a bit more longer of time because he needs to taxi off the runway.
9617 Whiskey, turning final 26, full stop.
Full stop. Yeah. And so Avanek is now behind on downwind.
Yeah, so I need to let two of them
I think so.
pass.
But it's your call. You're the pilot in command. Now let's see if we can see the Cherokee. It might be cool to see him on stream, right? He is now turning on final. Let's see where he is.
So I should look at this side.
Yeah, he was on base and he was turning on final, so we should see him somewhere around in front of
Borrego traffic holding short of the runway, be advised, there's another plane coming in on final behind the plane just announcing that he is on final.
I think Avanek is referring to that plane. It's now coming behind, so there are actually 3 people now. I think that's the AI. Where is the Cherokee? You see it? I don't see it.
Cherokee short final 26.
Short final 26. Where is short final? You look a little bit more up. Thanks for the follow, William. Where's the traffic? Short final. Would that be short final? I don't think so. That's long final still.
Borrego Valley traffic, Skyhawk of Victor Alpha, turning left base number 3.
Number 3.
Correction, number 4. Another plane just passed by. Let's actually extend our downwind length, Borrego Valley.
Okay, so Avanek is now on the extended downwind and that makes his base. You look a little bit more up. Yeah, and then pause here, for example. Yeah.
I think we have a party
going on. And it's a Cherokee. This is a Cessna, so the Cherokee must have already been landing, but
we didn't miss him, I guess.
It was Borrego, right? What he said. Or was he on another airport on final, which is also interesting, because sometimes the frequencies are shared among local airports.
Maybe he was on Borrego.
Cherokee 9617 Whiskey is clear the active at Borrego Valley.
Clear deck. So he's apparently that. Well, we totally missed him.
And Borrego Valley traffic, Skyhawk of Victor Alpha turning base. Left base runway.
No, that's the Cessna. That's the Skyhawk.
Yeah, but he said clear the runway, or?
Yeah, he said clear the runway. That was already on the runway. So now Avanek is on base, so we should see him as well. Now, again, it's about thinking forward. So you know, thinking ahead. So he's now on base. So that means that your departure is coming up. So are you ready to do that? No. So prepare. Think in terms of the system, not only in terms of your own flights, but you're creating
traffic. Skyhawk of Victor Alpha turning final runway 26, Borrego Valley.
I don't. Setting the heading bug to 24, which is the runway of our destination airport. Guess that's the final thing. Prepare and don't forget to set the clock.
Okay.
Mr. and Mrs. Uncertified have serious troubles with that. Let's see. So I guess I'm ready.
Yeah, I guess you're too. Where is Avanek?
There he is.
There he is.
Could that be?
Well, it's a long. Well, he extended his downwind,
Yeah,
so that's a long way to go still.
But I cannot.
Well,
sneak
if that's him, you can really sneak in between. Yeah, you can.
Borrego Valley traffic, Skyhawk Alpha Victor Alpha, short final, runway 26, touch and go, Borrego Valley.
Short final. Are we missing everyone? You look around a little bit to this side.
Yeah, but we should see them at the.
I would think as well. Can you look a little bit, Rob? Yeah, and then balls. You just use your. Perhaps this is short final. I mean, I know he's flying at 172.
We have every time.
We have every time.
Time in the world.
Get some Chinese food
yeah, I just
coming.
want to say there's only Chinese food waiting for us.
Ah,
well, not
Ben and
really
Jerry's.
waiting for us right
now. Oh, you earned it. Okay, so he's about to land. So
I'm ready.
Okay. You know what to say. You know what to do.
Okay, so I need to. Can I already take my position?
Well, it's not preferred at an on-tower, but you could in this case. Always keep the runway as clear as possible.
Yeah, there are people.
Good.
Borrego Valley traffic, Skyhawk Alpha Victor Alpha on the go,
This is
runway
your
26.
This is your moment. Announce that you're now taking the runway.
Borrego Valley traffic. Yellow Skyhawk, runway 26 for left downwind departure.
Very good. At the end, you could have said.
Yeah, Borrego.
Well, then lines are on perfect.
Borrego traffic, Cessna Skyhawk Alpha Victor Alpha. We're going to make a left crosswind departure to the south, and I'm going to wait for you guys to depart towards the airport that we're going to. Papa Alpha Victor Alpha.
Awesome. Alright. Pull on the yoke. It's already up past 60. Nice. Keep that speed on 80. A little bit nose down. Nice. There it goes.
Borrego Valley traffic there, 69 Golf Delta, holding short, runway 26. Borrego Valley.
Okay, so that's Oddbot is now waiting behind us. That's good.
Borrego Valley traffic. Oh, push the button. Borrego Valley traffic, Yellow Skyhawk on the upwind of runway 26, left downwind departure, Borrego Valley traffic.
Wow! That is sexy.
Borrego Valley traffic, Skyhawk Alpha Victor Alpha is leaving the traffic pattern at 2,000 feet, climbing to 3,000 feet. We'll be circling overhead, waiting for you to catch up. Borrego Valley.
Nice.
So I can do my left crosswind right now.
Borrego Valley traffic, Panthera 6 on the Golf Delta, departing runway 26. We'll be looking for a left downwind departure to the northeast of Chiriaco. Borrego Valley.
Nice. Okay, there comes your crosswind turn. Could have stayed on your.
Borrego Valley traffic, Yellow Skyhawk currently on the crosswind runway 26, Borrego Valley traffic.
Good turn, good management, but you still get some degrees to go, right? You didn't make it full.
No, that's the heading bug
for
the next.
Man, you're ahead of me.
Yeah, but that's also what I learned so far.
Good, yeah.
Do not set the heading block until you left the airport, because it's making your turns more difficult.
Good call, girl.
But I was approximately west. Okay, I'm making another turn. Borrego Valley traffic, Yellow Skyhawk turning downwind for a departure of this airport, Borrego Valley traffic.
Wonderful, you're flying. You're taking command of an airplane yourself. Enjoy it.
This? Okay. What are you laughing about?
Well, Sniper says, as usual, a funny guy. And here comes the clock.
Yes, thank you. Like this.
Borrego Valley traffic, Panthera 6 on the Golf Delta.
This.
Oh yeah, it's running.
Thank you, Sniper. My God, why are we so bad with time?
Well, Avanek to you is just there's a curse around the clock, but Sniper is our trusty third co-pilot.
Thank you, Sniper. So when do I announce that I'm really leaving the frequency.
What would you say would make sense to you for the other pilots?
Well, I'm a bit further away than this because I'm still in the pattern.
Roger, pick a point in front of you. Thanks for the bits. The clock has started. And I don't know why my...
Brigo traffic, Panthera 6 on the Golf Delta, turning left downwind, Brigo traffic.
Why my bit notification doesn't work. I checked it yesterday as well because I still get that weird bit animation which I don't like.
Meanwhile, I'm the only one in command.
Yep, I'm not looking. You're flying right now. You're the pilot in command. I'm looking at my second computer here.
Brigo traffic, Panthera 6 on the Golf Delta, leaving the pattern to the northeast, climbing to 2,500. The Brigo traffic.
So I think I need to do that as well.
If you climb, full power. You can see your speed is now below 80. You should now be around 100. That's your usual cruise speed. But you're doing great. Think out loud.
Brigo Valley traffic, yellow Skyhawk departing at the downwind of runway 26. Leaving this frequency, Brigo Valley traffic.
Wonderful announcement. Good.
Switching frequencies. Yeah. So now we need to spot that that lake. Maybe do some trimming in between.
You're flying an airplane. Do you know that you're actually doing something that you can actually also apply in the real world, what you're doing right now?
Yeah, that's weird that I could actually do this in real world. I still have a hard time believing that, but that's
conceptually
why,
and also practically you come a long way, obviously.
That's why we were doing the flight lesson.
Exactly. Exactly.
Also.
Yeah, Lima 77, Babino, correct, Avanek. What was your cruising altitude? What did you pick?
Well, actually a bit higher than this, but it should be at the latest point, so we can
Roger.
Send quite relaxed.
And again, you have figured out this route, right? I didn't do anything.
3,000, yeah.
Why do I get these weird bit notifications? It seemed to be set all right here.
I guess we're going in the right direction. Or are we? I actually have no idea if we're going right. No, we're going. No. This cannot be correct. Right.
Tell me, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I think I'm flying somewhere here on this map, like in the MOA area.
Right.
And I think I need to be on the other side of that mountain. Or above that mountain.
Correct.
Because I was flying east and that's somewhere like that. Okay, so I'm going to fly over those mountains. I'll pick this lower part. Navigation is hard. Yeah, I think I see a lake over there. No, I don't. Oh god. Yeah, because I talked about somewhat going back to base. So I need to
yes.
Even though we were not on base like in the airport, but the lag I didn't make. And this makes sense because I needed to see high mountains, so yes, this makes a lot of sense.
Thanks for all the follows, guys. Junior, Nikki, thank you and welcome aboard. The Sniper again, thank you for the bits, that's awesome. And I'm looking at my settings here and it should just give me a regular kind of notification, but apparently that's not working.
Can I ask you something?
Sure, you can.
Yeah, you need to look at the plane.
Yep.
So now I'm at 4,500.
Correct.
Okay, so I'm actually quite high in what I had imagined, but in real life it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I have no idea where I am then.
You have no idea where you are.
Well, somewhere, I guess somewhere like here, somewhere.
Yes.
Is that
yeah, I think so too. Yeah, there's the only big mountain that's in between here, yeah.
Okay.
you could also say, is there another way to figure out, to further determine whether you are here just looking visually also at the map?
Yeah, I need to spot that lake. Oh, that's the lake.
You're my sweetheart. You're doing great. GTBSE, thank you for the follow. Welcome on board. Seeing Mrs. Uncertified fly her first cross-country flight, although I think a cross-country flight should be more than 100 nautical miles, or 50 nautical miles, I think.
What a cliche, right?
You're going
Girl.
way up.
Yeah, I know, but this...
Oh, okay. If that's what you intended, that's fine.
Well, what a cliche, right? That navigation is not my strong point.
It's not a cliche.
I can imagine all the people watching at home hearing me talk about where's the lake, where's the lake.
There's a huge lake, just a sea of ocean. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
People are watching on their couches. It's amazing.
And I wanted to take it about here. The small part of this portion.
As Greatness, thank you for the follow. Welcome on board.
I think indeed that, take the map, that mountain that I'm pointing at right now in the distance, that's actually this one. That would make sense. So let's just assume.
Is your tracker still centered? Because it seems. Oh yeah, now you're sitting like this. Okay.
Yeah.
No, just to make sure.
It was
Otherwise you
panic position.
Hey Jessica, welcome aboard.
Hey Jessica.
Silent Dark, certified. If she didn't have that fancy map, the ForeFlight map, how would she determine where she is in real life?
I cannot even determine it with a map, let alone without a map. But that's not the answer you're looking for.
Well, you could use the GPS, obviously.
Oh yeah, I also have GPS.
Yeah, but I'm going to turn that one off because now you're aware of it.
You're me.
Off it is. Thanks for the follow, Demi Neil. Welcome aboard. And also, be aware that behind you right now is Avanek, is Oddbot. Everyone is flying behind you. So I'm hoping that the guys, I saw some screenshots by Miniwebs as well. Guys, drop those.
No.
Oh, great. Yeah, just say no when you feel that it's hanging. It's hard to see, I guess, because you have a lot of...
I can see it.
Also, you're continuing to climb. That's okay. But that's also because you've still got full power on. So what you could do is set your power to, again, a casual kind of guy. This is a much more casual sound. And then trim. So as soon as you're noticing that you continue to push on the yoke or pull on the yoke, the sim is your buddy. All the way around. Yeah, down, 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 down. So watch your speed now, it's getting low. And what you will see is if your airspeed fluctuates while you're trimming, then trimming becomes quite hard, because as soon as you go faster, then the airplane likes to climb again. And so you're continuously trimming. So it's better to first use the yoke to get a constant airspeed going and a constant attitude. Mm-hmm. And once that is stable, your airspeed and your attitude, then to trim.
Yeah. I think we need to fly a bit lower, right?
You're now on how high?
6,200.
6,200. What's your traffic pattern altitude?
Well, I want to fly on 4,000 because there's a mountain.
Roger.
That
Roger.
we will,
Roger.
but not really. So I want to fly like 1,800.
Okay, so you can return to that cruising altitude if you like. Then you can pull on the throttle again so that you got less airspeed, and the airplane will just go land or descend by itself. Never over push the yoke and just steer it down. Just put less power in it, and it will just become more like a glider, like a sailplane, and it will just go on its own and it will go down. Right, almost like when you're on the traffic pattern. It's the same thing. 777, good to see you as well on the stream. How long are you going to be streaming? I've got to fly soon, but I want to check in afterwards. Well, we still have, I guess, 30 minutes to go or so.
No, It was a 26-minute flight. We set it off due to sniper.
Right.
And it's now on 10 minutes. So I think about 16 minutes, but given that I've done quite a detour, I'd say 20-ish. then we
I love you.
landed.
I love you. So again, that's the estimated time of arrival. But I would also like to review your landing and your flight.
Yeah, so we're busy
plus
for
10,
yeah,
so
right.
I would say 30 or so.
Right as well.
Yeah. Evanek is saying, night formation flying is not as safe as I'd like. So he's actually flying at night doing this stuff. It's also good training.
Yeah.
But I guess that's... Anyways, guys, keep those screen shots coming on my Discord channel. We've got a separate text channel there for screenshots. Wonderful to see. I will also post those on my Twitter channel just to share, because it's so nice to see these group flights going. And again, for those who've already been on Discord, or not on Discord actually, I am thinking about organizing a fly-in on PilotEdge, just on our own, and a basic VFR fly-in. So not IFR stuff, just a steam gauge, old school student pilot fly-in. And anyone who has a PilotEdge subscription or an account is free to join in, and we're gonna pick a date that fits most of us, and we're gonna organize a flight from A to B, VFR, very basic, with hopefully more than 5 people, perhaps 10, perhaps even 20 people, depending on how many of you are in for such a fly-in. And we're just gonna have a lot of fun. So I think that would be really, really cool, also educational. So if you're in for that, hop over to my Discord channel. You can find the link also in the channel description. At least here on Twitch, there are information boxes there. And you are free to join the discussion. And I will make a mission pack, a fly-in mission pack with a description of what we're going to do, kind of like an Oshkosh fly-in or something like that. And let's populate a particular airport with 20 of us. Look at your 10 o'clock.
What's that?
I don't know, but it's cool. Someone who likes to be in the stream. Evanek, yeah, I'm a bit more to your right. Almost lost you and flew into you. Awesome.
So actually there should be a river right about here.
Looking at your map, yeah.
But I would say that we are flying into those areas, right, or not? To those mountains, to the terrain, at this altitude. Or
At this altitude, perhaps. It's hard to see for such a large distance. Perhaps you would just scrape those mountains, but you can look at the map obviously to see what that terrain is and what altitude it has.
We can make it, but
well,
but
here's where map reading comes into play. What mountain are you looking at? What is this mountain?
I think that's that.
Is that that one, or is it this one, or is it that one? Or this one?
Well, but still, it's the highest point in that area, right? And it's 3,800.
Well, yeah, but you're looking at this. You're not looking at this area. In that area, you're correct. It's here, but if you look at this entire. But again, I'm not helping you.
Okay.
Figure it out.
If you hear a crashing sound, you know we found the mountain.
Thank you for the follow, Christopher. Welcome aboard.
So let's just take this. Do we need more speed?
90 is okay. So as long as you're plus 80, that's okay. Usually the cruising speed in the manual would be around 100 knots. But it's all up to you, as long as you don't stall. So when you go too slow, you've got not enough wind coming under your wings and above your wings. And so you drop down like a rock. And that's always something to avoid. So also in terms of planning, you plan for 100 knot speed. So you could say, well, that would be an argument to stay at 100 knots, but it's not a main. It's not an important thing. Also see a lot of flying in front of us, by the way. You see some traffic?
Yeah, I think everyone is thinking they're slow.
No, I think it's military traffic.
I don't see our river though.
No, I don't see it either.
Which was essential for my navigation.
Is it essential?
No, I have another river to catch.
And other reference points that you could use to say, oh well.
So I need to cross this mountain.
Roger.
And then
you could also pause your tracker if you like, right? So you don't have to fiddle around with your whatever you like. Yeah, GPP. the river just next to the north part there of the Salton Sea Lake. There's a river going downwards, but we cannot spot it here in the photo reel. There with the sail plane.
Maybe it was this part. That. See it?
Oh, there. Yeah, it could be.
It's not really the same as on the map.
Well, it could be. Perhaps that's the real railroad. $4,500. So that's nice.
We should be there in 10 minutes.
Sure.
I'm just making notes and I noticed that I don't have my hand on the throttle.
Well, on cruise flight that is not really a big deal, but as soon as you're going to maneuver, always one hand on the throttle, one hand on the yoke.
So I do think it's weird because in 10 minutes we should actually be there, and we cannot even begin to see. Oh, but if it's that mountain, then we're very close by. Okay, I'm just going to.
Good. And again, just for your own reference, it took me around 90 episodes to get a bit comfortable with this. Yeah, it's so hard flying on visuals.
19 or 90?
90.
Okay,
like almost 100. I'm still confused.
I will not be too.
So don't be too strict on yourself, but just try to reason.
Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to set on the. I'm already on the. I thought I'm going to set on the new navigation. How do you say it?
Communication frequency.
Channel.
You're already on the CTAF of Chiriaco.
Yeah. I thought maybe someone.
Watch your speed. Be +8, which is still fine, but just a heads up.
Yeah.
"39 souls on boards, with Mrs. Uncertified in the left seat, flying her first leg from one non-tower." But isn't this cool?
It is, even though it feels a bit weird.
That it's real.
When you do not know where you are going.
Where you cannot spot, yeah. Well, it's kind of like a Columbus feeling or a Limburg feeling. This is what the guys felt. The Wright brothers felt. Like, okay. Thank you for the follow, Kevin.
So I can imagine that in a few minutes, when I cross those mountains, that I will actually see my airport. I can also imagine that you said, that you are saying, you just went 180 degrees in the wrong direction. I have really no idea.
So you're lost. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
You're lost right now.
Well, I think I know where I am, but I think a lot of people thought that they knew where they
let's
were.
reason. Would you like to reason with me, or would you like just to remain lost and just?
No, yeah, let's just reason.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you're now looking at this part of the map, right?
Yeah.
You were looking for this particular mountain, right, to cross. Yeah. When would you know that you reached too far? So in case we would overfly that mountain, and for that 180 scenario where you're talking about, what can we look for that we know now? Now we know for sure that we went too far.
At that river?
That river? There's a lot of stuff going on there as well.
Maybe the
gray lines here. What that is?
Highway?
A highway, right?
But is that this highway?
Would it be? Look at your clock.
No.
What is behind the highway? And behind the river?
Another mountain.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just in between those two.
Perhaps.
So, well, kind of the area in between.
Between there, you mean?
Yeah. Or.
But then that means, just the reason, that means that you've already have been crossing a highway, because here's a highway. Could have you already been? There's no highway before here, so this is the first highway that you see. Look at your speed here. Perhaps going. Yeah. Thought you were going down. This is on your flight, your planned flight.
Yeah.
You only have one highway that you're gonna cross. Right? There's no other highway.
Yeah.
So if you see a highway, you know where you are.
I'm already there.
You're already there. There's no other highway. Well, but just reason. How can you explain? Give me a counter.
Airport, then?
Give me a counter argument. So you're going down, honey. You can hear the engine. You're now 120, yeah.
I don't know where to go.
So, you're now hitting this highway. Now, reason, just think. Think. And fly the airplane first, obviously.
I have really no idea.
What you could do is the airport is along the highway. Would it be there? Or would it be there?
Is it there? No.
Let's go fly. Let's go have a look.
No.
And perhaps you should center your track IR in a bit because it's a little bit off.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, sorry. You could just, yeah, whatever you like. Whatever.
Sorry, I'm not sitting. No, it's not there.
Well, let's see. Because we could even look at the shape of the highway to see where we are going to. So again, let's grab the map. What's there?
Where?
Here on the map. There should be another airfield. You also see a lake here, going really hard down. You can see your speed is very, very high. Thanks for the follow, Lopes. But the river stuff doesn't work. Apparently there's no river. Going really fast down. You can see you're going 150 knots now down.
Okay, so...
So... let me see if I can help you with another visual reference point. Yeah, here. There should be a road going north through the mountains.
That one?
That one.
No, really?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not really going through the mountains. It
takes a break to the left, perhaps.
90-degree turn here.
So it might be yeah, there are a couple of roads there. Well, what we could do, I would say we could fly a little bit further down that road, down this road, to have a look, to see if we can find it. And if we don't find it until, well, that airplane or this mountain, we could have a look. And this doesn't seem like an airport. It seems like more. And you're flying really low to the ground, which is okay. But still, perhaps we could see the airplane or the airport a bit better if we fly a little bit more high up, because then we can look a little bit further down the road. We could just venture out and explore first to see where it might be, and then have an idea of where we are and where we might spot the airport. Look at your speed, you're not below 80, or almost below 80, so.
It's not here.
Well, if it's not here, then what we can do is turn around.
Really? You're sure?
Well, again, I'm looking at your map.
Can we
here.
turn on the GPS?
We can. We can, but we're not going to. Because this is fun. Come on, let's figure out where we are. Again, I grab the map. Grab the map here. Is there anything else here? Well, one thing that we might spot, but it's hard to see here, I guess.
No, sorry, Oddbot, we didn't hear you. We are very lost. I think it's not picking up the signal. I hate this part. I don't like it.
Well, no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you look at this highway, you can see that it's making a gradual turn to the left. Right?
Yeah.
If you would fly like this.
Mm-hmm.
What is the highway doing? Also making a shallow turn to the left. So if we could continue fly.
It makes a lot of gradual turns.
Well, but all to the left.
Sure
I mean, if eventually if it goes to the right. You look here at this
we're
map.
not sure.
If it goes to the right, then we know that we're far too off.
Yeah, but maybe we already passed that point.
No, because the highway didn't ever turn to the right.
No, but maybe we entered it.
No, because if we entered it from this side, then we would have flown at the bottom of the Salton Sea Lake. You know for sure that you went from this side. So that would be impossible. I would vote to just keep on flying just a tiny bit.
Well, we do have 25 minutes on the clock.
We do have 25 minutes on the clock. And I never saw the highway go to our right, if you now look on the front. And that would be something that we know for sure, then we are too far away. So I would say, if I would vote, you're the pilot in command, to just continue flying beyond that next hill there that we see in front of us. So this little peak there. So I would just fly.
So do you also see this loop on the map?
This particular loop?
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to see. It's kind of like a sand road. I don't know if they depict it on the map as well. No, it isn't that detailed. Also, we're just keep flying, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. If you look at the map again, honey, you can also see that there's a track here that is coming through the highway.
I'm getting depressed and thinking about crashing the plane now.
No. And what we just saw was a track that just went by, right? If you
but it was just a highway, right?
Well, it could have been. Thank you for the follow, Ivan and Guan.
I have no idea what went wrong, do you?
Well, we're going to review soon. I have been here 20 times for this stuff to happen. And this is why preparing a flight, even such a simple flight, is so important. To know what points to look for, so you know for sure that you reach that airport.
And I'm not sure who asked, but there was someone who said, what do you do if you don't have a map and you don't have a GPS? So it's obvious, even with a map you get lost.
Even with a map you can get lost, absolutely.
Is this, no, it's just a road that's stopping in the middle of the
road
way.
But we do know, what we know for sure right now is that we're following this highway.
Yeah, we're making a bit of a bigger turn.
Yeah, and we're still making turns to the left.
Yeah.
So we know for sure that we are not flying all the way down to the right there. We know that for sure. So we're not there yet, so keep flying.
This is weird. Do you think these mountains are those mountains?
Perhaps. I don't know. But this mountain...
This is so difficult. I really have no idea.
Yeah, and this took me 90 episodes to get it. Because, and that's also why if you're flying IFR or flying, well, another field, it's much more easy because you can just follow the VOR.
Yeah, that's true. But I practiced once with San Diego Airport, but I know the region a little bit, and then it was really easy for me to find back the airport and everything.
If you look at the map, where is the airport? On the left or on the right side of the highway?
On the right side.
Left side. We're flying this side.
Oh
it's
yeah,
on the
I'm
left.
looking at the river. Yeah, the river that's non-existent. Is this the airport? This?
What do you think?
I don't know. It doesn't really look airport-like.
You see a runway?
I do see a runway,
okay.
But I don't see anything else.
There's a ramp here just over the nose,
oh.
if you can look at it. But is it the route? Perhaps it's another airport. Is there any other airport on the map that is so close?
Airport?
Well, perhaps, or there should be a private airport to the left. We could fly to that as well.
Runway 6? No.
Runway 6? What is the runway of our airport? Look at this. Look at this. 6 is the other of 24.
Yeah.
So that would that be a confirmation or a denial of the fact that this is the airport?
Oh, we found it.
Right,
so
we
how
did.
Am I going to enter this?
Well, I just saw one airplane landing on 24. We didn't do any announcements yet on the radio.
We're also way too low already.
So we're just going to forget the past. That's also the first thing that you do. Forget everything. We are here right now, and we'd like to land here. So what we're going to do, we need to land 24. That's just behind us. So, practical thinking, what would you do?
Yeah, I would say turn base. Because I'm at crosswind right now. Because I'm already quite low. So I would say make the base turn for runway 24.
Makes sense.
Yeah?
Yep. Okay. Do you need flaps? Can I help you?
One notch of flaps?
One notch of flaps. You could also do an announcement right now on the CTAF saying that you're now on the downwind or something like that. Go ahead.
Chiriago Summit traffic, Yellow Skyhawk, currently on the downwind of runway 24, turning left base for a full stop. Chiriago.
Great. Sorry, my fault. Great announcement. Okay, again, the same rules apply. So here you go, make that turn. And lock on like Top Gun. Where is that runway?
There.
Good, watch that speed. One hand should be on the throttle if you...
Oh.
Right, just try.
Chiriago Summit traffic, Yellow Skyhawk, turning final for runway 24 for a full stop.
Awesome. And again, speed.
Chiriago Summit.
Speed.
Too much or?
It's too much. It should be below 80. So pull on the throttle. Pull, 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 pull. Let's see if you can try. If you think this is, if it becomes too impossible or too dangerous, or you need to make lots of turns, we can just give full power and we just try once more. We'll just do a regular upwind, will not land, like a go around as it is called.
I can do.
1 notch of flaps.
Oh yeah.
Keep the nose down. Pull on the throttle. Pull on the throttle, or very high. Roger, Oddbot. Roger. We will review soon. And that's also true, Flyboy. Good, good. And nose up. Yeah, there was a little bit of a hill here, which made it a little bit more. But you landed on the center line. This was a real-world landing. Thanks for the follow, Taylol. Laps up.
Yep.
Now the ramp is all the way on the end of the runway, so you can just roll on out. Roger, Avanek.
Is that sound also that I'm pushing the brake when I'm turning, or?
No, I guess it's more like a too extreme. You're going fast. You're skidding on the runway.
Yeah.
So that's about it.
Oh my gosh.
That was intense, was it?
I was so lost.
I
could have flown for hours.
But honey, I think it was stream 70 or 80. I went to this airport and I overflew it without seeing it. So again, in reference to even more experienced pilots, this is really I would even dare to challenge an IFR pilot on PilotEdge to do this and not be lost. It's really hard, but it's a great exercise, and it develops some respect for how difficult it is, the old way of flying, without following a GPS, programming a GPS. Good.
Sorry.
Thanks for the follow, Flyboy. And thanks for the comment there as well. Okay. To just give it a little bit of a push here because one wheel is in the dirt. Alright. Very good. Now clean up. You clear from the runway, so announce that you're clear of the runway.
Chiriago Summit traffic, Yellow Skyhawk, cleared the runway and taxiing to the ramp.
Good.
Chiriago Summit traffic. I deserve some Chinese, I guess.
Oh, you do, and Ben and Jerry's as well.
Ooh.
Ooh. And some Netflix. And again, this was your first cross-country flight, so don't frustrate yourself at all. Guys, give her some support and some encouragement of how good she did this flight.
This was too difficult. I lost all my...
No, but it's good to have such a first experience.
peeps.
You also like to... there's Panthera. There's also, I think, Avanek.
How did they get their airplane like that?
What do you mean? On the ground, or?
No,
on the ramp?
like that you can have an easy exit.
Oh, they just use... well, you have differential braking, so you could now press to the right, but you can also, also use the right brake. Therefore, you need a little bit more power, so you actually turn on your brakes on your right wheel. So if you also now press the top with your toes to the right, and also the nose, and you also brake with only the right wheel. Plus, you're also steering to the right, and that can give you a something like this.
I give up for now.
You give up for now. Perfect.
Or Nicely in the center line.
Nicely in the center line, as you should, my Miss Uncertified. Okay, focus,
Okay.
close down. What would you do?
Parking brake first.
Parking brake first.
Parking brake. Turn down the lights.
Good.
Avionics.
Avionics.
Mixture.
Magnetos. Good.
Magnetos. Batteries.
And there we are. Welcome to cross-country flying.
Oh man.
With Pilot, it is
I'm
called...
not sure if I like this.
I know, and you will... Well, and this is the first frustration that any pilot who does this will feel. It's hard flying on visual. It's much easier. That's why I also prefer to fly beacons.
Yeah.
Because they don't lie. Well, they could still mess you up a bit, but still, it's much more reliable. So, yeah, that's just part of life.
Don't worry of how far you have to go. Just look at how far you... Thank you, Daving. Yeah, that's true.
And always forget the past. There's nothing more useless than a moment ago.
That's very wise.
It is very wise, and it's also quite practical and helpful. Just look ahead. That's all about.
Thank you. There's also someone clapping. We're alive. Thank you. Thank you, Jessica. Well, thank you, everyone. Oddbot, yeah, indeed, Chinese food time.
Good.
Okay,
so.
Show me your remarks.
It is not critique at all.
No,
Again.
I know.
So forget it. You did a great job.
Why did I mess this up?
And that is, I think I can help you with, that you don't mess up. Okay, so here we go. Again, zoom out to your departure. I've got a couple. First, let me see.
So maybe first I do my own remarks.
Oh, sure. Yeah, please. We could also
because some of them I noticed.
Yeah. Perhaps we could also do the recorder on, so we can see you fly while you're doing.
Yeah.
Should we do that first, or? Yeah. If X-Plane allows, by the way. Otherwise, we'll.
When you see the trail, you should be able to see that you did a good job. Thank you, Sniper.
Awesome. And thanks for the follow, Moises. Welcome on the stream. Okay, guys. So review. I will disconnect from PilotEdge.
Disconnected.
Otherwise, my plane goes all the way around. Recorder. Let's go somewhere around here.
Oh yeah, because this is our entire.
Yep, our entire flight. Let me see. Here was where you departed, right? This is where you departed. Rigo. So here you went.
Where am I at that point?
This
on the
is,
upwind, or?
Yeah, this is just no. Yeah, this is on the upwind exactly. Oh, let me go
oh
on
yeah.
that side. There you go.
Yeah.
This is your flight. You
Okay.
can see
You
all
can
your
pause
traffic,
it.
all your traffic patterns. You can see here.
I worked really hard today.
You worked really hard. It's almost comparable to your Cat 3 exercise. So
okay.
so you did great. So
can
you can
pause
see.
it for a second?
Well, would you pause it, or we can just keep it
I
like
don't know.
here?
Yeah.
It will just continue flying.
Yeah,
It doesn't really
doesn't
matter.
really
But
matter.
would you like to say
No,
something?
yeah. So the first thing I noticed that it was really not that smart to already set the heading bug for the runway that was so far ahead.
Good one. I noticed that as well.
Because now I didn't exactly know how to get on all the turns, the traffic pattern on Brigo.
When you departed, exactly.
When I departed, all the turns, I forgot to do the base turn as well. That was actually second remark.
I think you did actually a great job with not using the heading bug. Let's see.
Yeah, I know, because I noticed in a split second that I was flying almost west, so that's a very easy one to follow.
Yeah.
But it would have been a lot easier.
Roger.
If I
Good
didn't
remark.
set
Good catch there.
heading bug that early, and I had a lot of time.
You had a lot of
flying,
time.
so
Yeah, but your lag was pretty good. Good base.
Yeah.
So you figured that out now, but that was unnecessary.
Yeah.
Correct.
So and I left downwind.
Yep, there you went.
And I forgot to do the base.
Yeah, so your first,
turn.
yeah.
So I remembered that too late, I guess. I would have departed like somewhere.
You can use the mouse. Like.
I should have made it like about here or something.
That turn to the north. Hey,
yeah.
Cake, thanks for the follow. Game like crazy, thanks for the follow. Welcome on board.
Okay, so I guess that's. Do you have any remarks so far?
No, but one thing that might annoy you the most.
Okay.
Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
You didn't switch to the right frequency on CTAF. That's why we never heard someone on the radio. You're still on the CTAF of Barigo.
But CTEF is the...
So Borrego has its own frequency, and Chiriaco has its own frequency, and you said switch, but I think you didn't switch. Borrego, you can see here, is on 122.8, and Chiriaco is on 122.9. So that's why we also didn't hear anyone on the radio. You didn't hear Orbot, you didn't hear... So that should ring a bell, but that's advanced, right? Now at the same time, I did recall that you said switch just after departure. You said it, and you reached out. It was only later that I thought, why don't we hear Evanek? Why don't I hear Oddbot? And that's when I also saw in chat that some of you guys, Oddbot said, I don't hear her. And I looked and I said, that's what happens. So no one ever heard you. That was the main thing.
No.
But doesn't matter. It's interesting why, because I did remember also on the stream we can rewatch.
I don't know. Maybe I pressed 2 times. That's
perhaps.
possible.
So it's always good to check, is it set? Do we see in this confusion?
I should make notes as well, because it was too much to remember.
Again.
Because there you can check.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
but it's not. To me, I actually like these mistakes, and I guess the viewers also. It's not to laugh at you, but it's just interesting how
they all say that.
How this and can you imagine this can work in the real world as well? These mistakes.
Yeah.
So
I should have made notes.
Should have made notes.
Yeah.
Okay, but then your departure was okay.
So
the one thing that I noted was you only planned for hitting the north part of the Salton Sea, right? Just behind here. That's only one visual reference point that you use for your entire flight almost. You also had the river, right? The river in the top.
Never navigate only on rivers.
Right, and those are quite few reference points, because you could also pick this one. You figured it out while you're flying, but you could have said, well, as soon as I departed, I need to fly to this mountain peak.
Yeah.
So you figured that out because you were flying here, and you suddenly thought, oh my gosh, you need to go up north. That's correct. And you could have briefed that before you took off. Okay, I'm going to take off. Left downwind departure. That was perfect, by the way. Very good call. And then I'd like to fly over this particular mountain.
Yeah.
Now, this was all great. All that stuff over here. That's where we are at right now. See again. Let's see. Where are we? Oh, we're only here. Shift 4. Let's go a little bit further along the Salton Sea. A little bit back. For example, this. So this is the Salton Sea, right? That was perfect, right? Or was there anything here that you...
No.
That was okay. And here you were looking for that river that you could not find.
Yep.
No, I cannot find it either now on the view.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe it's not...
It's photoreal, so it should be there, but it's not that reliable. Thanks for the follow, great Mario. So a river is still... It was good thinking, but it's not that visible... For example, as a
lake or a mountain, or
a lake, a mountain, or a highway or a road, which is a bit harder here to see. Now, this was actually the main thing, I guess. So let's put this one away. If we go like this, so here's where the shit hits the fan. So you were flying here, and then you thought, where am I going? This is what you said over here. Yeah. Well, I think you knew where you were because you were at the north of the Dake, right? You know exactly where you are. But here you were messing up the terrain. And that's what happened to me a dozen times. That's so hard. So you were looking, as you should, for this mountain peak, right? That was your visual reference points. But you fixed your gaze on that stuff. But it was actually this mountain.
Yeah, and I was flying so high that it...
But it's hard to visualize, to transpose this altitude into something that you could see outside. So this is actually the mountain, and you were looking at this. So you think, oh, the airport should be behind there. That was what you were saying.
But still, I don't quite get, because this piece was a very long flight.
Yeah, it was.
After the mountain peak, and on the map, it's not that far away.
Oh, I'm making a mistake right now. Yeah, you're totally right. That is the peak. It was not this, sorry. You were gazing...
But still, so that should have been like this area, right?
What you're now pointing at on the ForeFlight is that mountain.
But this should be like there, right? Or not?
What you're seeing here, this particular mountain, this stuff, even the left of that little bit is this.
Oh.
And that's where the shit hits the fan. Also, for me, it had.
Yeah.
And also now, in just a few moments ago, I mistook this little hill for what you're seeing now here on ForeFlight.
Okay.
So you should actually have flown like this, and then all the way around.
Yeah.
And then it was much shorter.
Because then above. Yeah.
And what's the difficulty here, and I would not blame you at all,
Yeah.
is if you look at this little chunk, it doesn't appear like a mountain peak, right? If you look at this stuff here in the greenish. But still, if you look outside,
yeah,
it kind of is.
Okay.
That's so hard.
Yeah. So I should have picked more visual reference point. But what could I have picked?
What I would have picked in this case was the highway. Sorry, my headset is not connecting well. Is the highway. You know for sure that the Syria is next to the highway. You know that for sure. So rather than flying right towards the airfield, that's what also happened for you in your case. DRM, welcome, and thank you for the follow. You don't know if you enter the highway from this side or from this side, right? When we hit the highway, you correctly said, well, perhaps we have entered the highway over here.
Yeah.
So I would have aimed, if I would make an improvement on your flight, did something like this. So I know for sure that I could have never already passed Chiriaco, and I could just follow the highway, know that it would be on the north side, and I would fly into it.
Yeah.
And I think that would be a good way to go about this one. But anyone who has a suggestion, guys?
But I could also...
Good night, MiniWebs. Thank you for being here on the stream.
I could have also used the beacon, right? And then use that radio from...
You could have done that yourself, true. But this was so much more informed. This is the hardest one.
Yeah.
The VOR would have made your life a bit more easy.
Okay.
So this was the peak. And there you can see...
and then, indeed, it's not that far away.
Not that far. But again, the distance is longer, longer than what I would have think when looking at the map. Yeah. And then you made that nice base turn, really good calls, overshot a bit, but that was quite natural because you were already quite close to the airport, right?
Yeah.
And made that turn. And
but it was a bit dangerous because I didn't announce myself. I was already quite low into
you were Nordo traffic, no radio, which is totally legal, by the way. And so you could see Oddbot and Evanek were already there because they made the shortcut.
Yeah.
Or the shortcut, the actual plan that you followed.
They flew my flight plan.
They flew your flight plan and still support you and love you. I expect. And that was your flight. I'd like to see your landing, if I may. And then we're gonna close off and hit some Chinese food. You earned it.
Yeah.
I'm proud.
I am exhausted.
You should. If you were not, then you didn't train at all. Shift 4.
But it was good. But it's so difficult to spot the airplane.
The airport, yeah. And that's also because it's photo real scenery. This is also for real. It's just tucked in a sand box. It's so hard to notice. And I flew above this airport just a few streams ago, and I couldn't spot it. So again, this is top level. But it's a good introduction. It's a good introduction.
And also, now I understand your remark that setting the clocks is not always that helpful. Because now I was thinking, well, I should see it already. Where am I? I don't know. And it didn't help me at all that I set the clock.
Yeah, it brought some confusion. On the other side, because you set the clock, I think you would have not flown too much out.
That's true.
Because at 30 minutes, you would say, well, I'm already 30 minutes. It should be behind me.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? So, but again, it was also very interesting.
Love-hate with the clock.
Yeah, but what I really loved about your flight and this experience is you see the psychology of getting lost. And it's exactly the same as for the real world. So suddenly you think, I'm lost. I don't know where I am. And it's just some kind of a panic that overcomes you, and you just let go of everything, and like, I don't know.
Let go of the yoke and say, okay.
Yeah, God, bring me to my destination airport. I'm so... You know what I'm frustrated about? The headset.
The headset, yeah, I know.
Oh, man.
Sniper, when I was taught navigation on the ground for my firearms work, we did what's called aim off.
Relates to your target and we work along it. And basically that's exactly what you guys did. Not the shortest, but it's pretty much guaranteed. Yeah, that's exactly what we did. We hit that highway and then went to our airfield.
Okay, so we need to practice this again sometime. Yeah, of course, practice it a lot of times, but
exactly.
Something like this, I
Yeah.
But a different terrain.
But
I don't like the sandbox.
But and the same happened with Hamid Ryan in the last stream, right? For me also. In the last stream we were also looking for Hamid Ryan. Where is it? And Corona, where is it? So that's also why I so much love your support when I'm flying. Like, where is it?
That's true. That's true.
All right, let's look at your landing here. So you're already high and a little bit overshot.
And I have one notch of flaps, right?
Really good. So here I say, one notch of flaps, and you say yes, and there they go. You're too high, but again, I'm amazed by how well you can recover from an unusual attitude here on glide slope.
What, a glide slope?
Yeah, on the glide path here, just when you are on final I should say. And you're quite high, and still you manage to land quite nicely.
Am I crabbing?
You're not. Well, you're not crabbed. Here you go. The uncertified, Mrs. Uncertified. A little bit of a bump there on the runway. And
but I did land on I didn't land on the front wheel.
You didn't land on the front wheel, and that's the here's the strength of the airplane, not on the nose. So nose up. Well, didn't you? Let's see. We're gonna be critical here. Let's be critical.
I think it's first the left wheel, then the front wheel, and then the right.
Yeah, good. It was the main wheel first, then the nose wheel, and then so you were a little bit in a bank there, but it was the main wheel that touches down first.
Okay.
And that was your flying.
So do you have any other remarks in your notepad?
I have. If you up for them, if you're up for them.
You're very constructive and supportive.
Well, as long as I am, otherwise you shut me up, right?
I'd slap you.
I slap you in the face. Okay, first off, I'm going to add a new knowledge piece to your already overloaded brain. And that is VFR altitudes. Imagine that someone else would have flown from Chiriaco to Borrego, the other way around.
Yeah.
And we would all pick the same altitude.
Mm-hmm.
Oops, we'll crash. We'll fly into each other. We collide. Boom.
Yeah.
So the controllers and the architects of airspace have already thought about this and said, well, let's apply a rule for everyone who is flying above 3,000 feet AGL, so above the terrain, 3,000 feet. If you go to the easterly, so even a little bit east of north is already east, so any degree from 0 to 180 degrees, right, all going to the east, you need to fly on an odd numbered altitude. So 3,000, 5,000, 7,000, all the odd 1,000 numbers, and add 500 feet. So 3,500, 5,500, 7,500. If you go to the west, you pick a even number, so it's 2,500. Well, it's always above 3,000, so 4,500, 6,500.
Okay.
So you'll always know that you don't fly into each other. Now, you will not remember this because this is an overload, and I can see on your pretty face that it will not stick. But this is something that you. So you were flying on all altitudes.
Yeah, I was all over the place.
You were all over the place. So for this flight, you should have picked. We're going to the east, so that's odd numbered. So 3,500 or 5,500. Okay. That's something in addition. Something that I noted was the lake. In your advanced training, you will also consider the possibility of an emergency. So, for example, if you were overflying the lake and you had an engine out, could you still reach land?
Yeah.
So it's usually good to avoid flying over a lake, and for example, you really touch the top of the corner. You already kind of did that.
Yeah.
But to avoid lakes, because if you got an engine out, if God forbids, even in a flight sim, you would still make the field. So that was just a consideration.
Okay.
Another thing, also interesting. Can you see those?
So in my head, I think that like straight lines, the fastest route is just like our TomTom navigation works. Like the most direct route is the most preferred one, but actually in flying, it appears that that's not really the case because you want to avoid the lake. You want to avoid an airspace.
It's more like a dance.
Yeah, I'm thinking like in straight lines. Okay, that way.
Very good. Good analogy. Keep that in mind. We're not driving a car. We're flying.
No, that's helpful. Yeah.
Okay, another thing which is interesting. Again, this is advanced, and there's nothing more after these remarks.
Okay.
Do you see these gray airways? The gray lines here?
Yeah.
And also there on the bottom that goes through Marina.
Yeah.
There's also one here.
Yeah.
You can see it's very hard to see.
Yeah.
Those gray lines are military training routes. Those are airways that the fast, high-speed F-16s used to fly. Those are simulated in PilotEdge. And can you remember when we were flying over the lake that we saw some airplanes in the distance?
Yeah, and also one quite close, right?
Well, there was a Cessna. There was someone of the group. And thank you for the follow, Ray Yan. Thanks, and Mexico City King as well. Thank you, guys. Those were military aircraft, so those were really flying really fast. And so it's helpful to spot those and avoid those. But that's already advanced knowledge, but that's a consideration when you fly here, because otherwise you might bump into those military. Well, another tiny thing, just a tiny thing.
No, it's okay.
For this flight, you were considering a cruising altitude that was based on this terrain, right? So you said we need to overfly that. You could have also just avoided it entirely.
Yeah, so that's the straight line.
The straight line energy, right? So you don't have to cross over. Exactly, it's the same thing. You already mentioned.
No, but I think it's a good one to remember also in choosing your altitude. But what I found difficult to come up with,
FNX also just ordered Chinese.
Everyone just eat Chinese. It's a good day for it.
Continue.
Avnak, if you want a tip, order Mihun. That's really good stuff.
Right.
I don't know if it's called in English that way, but okay. So this was my terrain, and I was basing my cruising altitude on that. And I thought, okay, I only know the highest point. It's 3,816 feet.
Correct.
I do know that it's getting a bit lower, 2,500 feet after that. But I have really no clue whether the rest is 3,700 or 1,000 to make it more extreme.
The terrain.
The terrain. The rest of the terrain of that specific mountain area.
True.
So I could choose to fly like here, but I have no idea how high it is.
True.
So that's why I chose a cruising altitude that is even higher than this one.
So you know you're always safe.
So then I know, well, I'm safe. Maybe if I fly here, I can see, wow, I'm really overshooting it. I can descend.
Right.
But
just
what
a margin.
Would you do? What would you do?
Well, what I would have done is just avoid that peak, but I would have used it as a visual reference point because it's quite significant
here. No, but for determining your cruising altitude then.
Yeah, so I would have not flown, well, first the VFR altitude, so 3,500 or 5,500. Well, 5,500 would be okay-ish, I guess, for this flight. It's long enough for us to climb to and descend from. Yeah. So I would have picked 5,500, but I would have already started my descent when we passed the lake. That's what I've done. And then went to around, well, traffic pattern altitude, something like that. And I would have just followed the highway on 2,500, or perhaps a little bit higher than the traffic pattern.
2,700 it was.
2,700 it was. Yeah, good one. So I would have flown 3,000 feet, for example. Here, just a little bit higher than traffic pattern altitude, so I know I don't bump into anyone else.
Can you then? Or do you need to fly 3,500 then? Because we're going east.
That east rule only applies when you fly above 3,000 feet AGL. So if you fly 2,500, that's fine. Or 2,100.
A lot of rules.
A lot of rules. But that's it. There are no other rules. So this is the last rule. That's it. So, yeah, the mountain you could have avoided. Pick more points. Like you said, with the straight line. Same analogy, same. After your departure, so when you say... Barrigo, I'm leaving Barrigo. You could have turned off your landing lights because you're not need to be that lit up anymore because you're just going on your way. If you then reach Chiriaco, when you want to enter the traffic pattern, you turn on your landing lights again.
But you keep the strobe ones on.
Yeah, strobe keeps always on. It's a big flashy light that on both sides of the airplane that you like to keep on. That's it. And the CTAF, the frequency that you somehow missed. But that was weird because I know you said it on stream as well.
Maybe I pushed 2 times.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think so because I'm quite positive that I pushed the button, but I might have pressed 2 times.
I guess so because I also noticed that you did.
Yeah.
So and what
check again.
Check again, and what it could have triggered is that we didn't hear anyone on the radio. That was weird.
Yeah, it was. But I thought we are so far out of the direction. Maybe we cannot hear it. The signal gets disturbed by the mountain. And
that was a good reasoning, but then we should be being really far off. But again, this was a full-on first experience of a casual non-tower to non-tower flight. Well, it's not that complex, but you can see how much comes into play.
Yeah.
So good job. Again, everyone is saying that, and you earn Chinese 2 times around, and also Ben and Jerry's, and we're gonna look at Netflix like we're insane. And it's just Sunday time.
It's Sunday time.
It's amazing.
So thank you everyone for your supportive comments. Also for Avanek, Chemo, Oddbot for flying with me on stream. I'm sorry I got lost, but we will make up for that. I really liked the stream. I learned a lot, and it's going to mull through my head for the rest of the day, I guess. Thank you, my second in command, for very nice instructions, nice feedback.
I'd love to, always.
I do think that you would be a very good instructor also for other people, maybe in the future.
You're so kind. You're so kind.
Well, thanks for all the follows. I don't know.
We've got so many.
Received, but
dozens, and it's so cool to see so many new people.
Sniper bid donation
on the stream and the channel.
Thank you so much.
Snipe, thanks.
Cheer. What did he said something?
Cheer 100.
Clock is started. Yeah, thank
clock
you.
Is started. Yeah, he was the one who helped you with the clock. And he should continue with doing that.
Yeah, I think Sniper from now on, you are in charge of the clock, at least. Well, you can also do other things, of course, but...
He also cheered a while ago here. Awesome job, I guess, with the landing.
Thank you so much.
Awesome, guys. So, again, also... I'm so proud, and this is so exciting. This is how you end a summer break, at least in my case, because you still have some free days. Guys, still, even though my summer break is now over, and I cannot fly full days on, I'm gonna fly tomorrow evening, at least if my schedule allows, I think so. And then I'm gonna do, again, another celebration flight on my own. And I got a nice joke there while we were flying, so if you're curious...
He's got a nice surprise.
Jump on board tomorrow, and we're gonna fly from Palm Springs to Catalina. I never visited Catalina Airport before on PilotEdge, so that will be around 1430 Zulu, so that's 30 minutes before the PilotEdge controllers come live. And we're gonna do a high altitude flight with our Cessna, above 10,000 feet. Interesting and new. So if you're curious and still loving the content, jump aboard and we can still talk about learning how to fly. I think that will be awesome.
And I also see that Sniper accepted the clock keeping job. So I think that will keep us much safer.
Very good, very good. And again, guys, Avanek and Oddbot, also for the group flight that they joined you.
Yeah,
that was still awesome, guys.
Next time I will catch up with you.
Very good. Very good. Chemo, thank you as well for jumping on board at the last moment there. Guys, have a great Sunday. Hoping to see you tomorrow. And as always, happy flights and blue skies. See you very, very soon.
Bye.
Bye. Palm Springs Tower, Skyline Hotel Tango. Your mic is 10 miles north of the airport at 3000. Good information X-ray. I'm for a full stop. Landing 13 left if that's available.
Hotel Tango, India Mike, Palm Springs Tower, squawk 6250.
6250.
Hotel Tango, India Mike, Palm Springs altimeter is 2985, radar contact, about 10 miles west of the Palm Springs VOR. Presently landing runway 31, you're requesting straight in for 13.
If that's available, yes please.
Remember, correction, Papa Hotel Tango, India Mike, make straight in runway 13 left and clear to land. Wind is 0905.
Clear to land, runway 3 left, Papa Hotel Tango, India Mike, thanks.
Palm Springs clearance, plus 4658 is type, PC 12 land call, request clearance to Vegas S file.
Palm 4658, Palm Springs clearance. Good afternoon, unable to give you S file, and I'll be forward 7. Pilotus 4658 is cleared to Las Vegas Airport via Flight Cathedral 1 departure procedure to Palm Springs, Victor 370 to 29 Palms, Victor 538, Cresso, join the Cresso 3 arrival. Maintain 7,000, expect flight level 2405 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 126.7, squawk 6316.
S4658 is cleared to Vegas via Cathedral 1, Palm Springs, Victor 370, 29 Palms, Victor 538, Cresso 3. Initially climb 7,000, expected for 0 after 5, departure 126 sounds, clock 6316 plus 465.
Plus 4658, readback is correct. Tango Mike, taxi to ramp via Echo and English frequency.
Taxiing to the ramp via Echo, remaining on this frequency, Papa Hotel Tango, India Mike.
Ontario Tower says the 237 Charlie Alpha approximately 4 miles to the west inbound to land.
Number 237 Charlie Alpha, roger, inner left traffic, left downwind runway 26 left, report base.
Enter left downwind for 26 left and look at your base 237 Charlie.
Charlie Tower United 242 on the visual for 20 right, will be turning for a right base shortly.
United 242, Jolly Tower, runway 20 right, clear to land, wind 170, level 3.
Clear to land, 20 right,
Pilot Tower United 22 Kilo ILS runway 24.
Here 520 Yankee Kilo, Palomar Tower, runway 24, clear to land, wind 210 at 11.
Clear to land 2 Yankee Kilo.
Number 237 Charlie Alpha, runway 26 left, clear to land.
26 left, clear to land 7 Charlie Alpha, thank you.
Palm Springs ground plus 4658 east trend, move to weather, going for taxi.
Lotus 4658, Palm Springs ground, runway 31 right, taxi via Echo and Bravo.
Trail right via Echo Bravo 465.
Riverside Tower, good morning, November 290 Alpha, with you on the islands.
Number 2903 Alpha, Riverside Tower, good afternoon. Runway 9 clear low approach, report to miss.
November 290 Alpha, we have low approach, runway 9, next report is 50.
Palm Springs Tower plus 4658 ready to go trail right 8 Bravo.
That was the radio area check.
Lotus 4658, Palm Springs Tower, runway 31 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, trail right plus 465.
Pilot Tower EF 520 Kilo completed at 24.
Here's our Yankee Kilo, roger taxi into the ramp via Alpha.
Via Alpha, sorry, Kilo X.
Lotus 4658, contact SoCal departure.
Contact departure 465.
Says the 7 Charlie Alpha's clear the active taxi to the G8 parking base.
We're 7 Charlie Alpha, remain on this frequency taxi into the south ramp via Sierra.
South ramp via Sierra with you, 7 Charlie Alpha, thanks.
Number 2903 Alpha is going around.
Number 03 Alpha, confirm going around or going missed?
November 2903 Alpha going missed.
Number 03 Alpha, roger, execute the published missed approach procedure.
Flying the public missed approach procedure, November 2903.
Piper 2903 Alpha, contact SoCal departure.
Contact departure, 03 Alpha.
Number 03 Alpha, departure frequency will be 135.4.
135.4 for departure, November 2903 Alpha.
Ontario Tower,